Are you ready?
Are you ready?
It's time for Effingham Hearts football on your home for local sports, 97.9 XFM. Let's go to the sideline for the pregame show.
For the first time in a long time, it is a football Friday night. Good evening, everybody. I'm Greg Sepp, Dustin White alongside Gail Warner back at the studios, and C.J. Schmidt up top videotaping the game, the first game of the 2020 high school football season, which we're playing here in 2021. So the Effingham Hearts have made it to Frank Dutton Field in Mahomet to do battle with the Mahomet Seymour Bulldogs. Glad to have you all along, Dustin. Coach Hefner said it right. This is weird.
It is 543 days and 5 hours since the last time we had a kickoff in an Effingham High School football game. You might remember it. It was a state semifinal game.
Yeah.
It feels like more than that. Quite frankly, it feels like it was 5 years ago. But here we are, and it is. It's bizarre. We're opening the football season the same day the NCAA tournament starts. It's surreal. It's strange, but you know, no matter what your thoughts on everything that's going on in the world are, I think we can all agree that I think we're glad that these Effingham High School kids are getting their chance to have a football season this year.
That is the bottom line. The kids are getting to play, and that's the name of the game. It's a great night. It's cold, but it's clear. A lot of sunshine even at this late date. Thank you, Daylight Saving Time, for that. And it ought to be an interesting ball game. Everybody has so little awareness about what to expect. I mean, it's been such a long time since we played.
That's the thing. I mean, you look at what Effingham has coming back, and they've got a lot of good players, particularly, some of their skill positions. They've got the best receiver in school history coming back. You know, they've got a great, experienced defense for the most part with only a few holes to fill. There's a lot of reasons to think that this could be a good year for Effingham football, but what they also don't have is the regular ramp up to the season that they had. You know, no summer workouts, very limited practice. They went into the new year not knowing if they were going to get to do this or not, and so it's a great equalizer, and I think it's going to make this entire 6-game sprint of a season unpredictable, but I think especially these early week games, you just don't know. Like the quarterback for Effingham, Nathan Thompson, he was playing basketball a week ago.
I know, it's odd. And the one thing I think that might give it an edge, in addition to it being the first game and we only have 6 games to play this season and no postseason dreams, is that the one team to beat the Effingham boys basketball this season was Mahomet Seymour. So if you don't think that the football players that are basketball boys don't have that on their minds, they do.
Well, and there's a pretty good representation from that Effingham basketball team out on the football field tonight. So yeah, that stuff carries over a little bit. I think as all the Effingham fans who know how the Charleston rivalry has never just been about football. It's been about every sport. It carries over, and everybody knows each other from one thing to the next, and so it'll be in the back of their minds. But yeah, again, expectations, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and try to tell you how this is going to go. And quite frankly, I don't care because I just am, again, glad that they get to play. And it would be unfair to the kids, I think, to try and speculate about how this is going to go. Let's at least get a game in and see how they look and go from there.
I think it's a great idea. Let's take a break because we have a lot to talk about as far as introducing you to this Effingham Hearts football team. Back in 90 seconds here on 97.9 XFM.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located south Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Evergreen Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is proud to announce their new outpatient therapy. Evergreen now offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies for their patients. If you need therapy, don't worry. Evergreen's outpatient therapy can help you too. Give Evergreen a call today for a tour.
This is the Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota pregame show. Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, your complete transportation headquarters since 1958.
Back at Mahomet Seymour High School, Frank Dutton Field here in Mahomet, right along I-74, and we're ready for football as Effingham in Mahomet Seymour for Apollo Conference football. And I guess one thing we ought to make sure we understand, Dustin, is the Hearts have 6 games, every one against a conference opponent.
And it hasn't worked out that way for everybody, obviously, with an odd number of schools in the conference. But, yeah, Effingham lucky enough to play 6 weeks, play a conference opponent every week, and not have to jump through any other hoops.
All they have to do is win 6 games, and everybody ought to be happy.
Well, that's certainly a modest goal.
I'm wanting to hang loose while we're talking because we may break for the national anthem here in a minute. But I do want to remind everybody it's been the fall of 2019. As Dustin alluded earlier, the Hearts made it to the semifinals in the 4A playoffs this last season, fall of 2019. And, one big play at the end gave the win to our opponents and ended up sending them to the championship game, and the Hearts in the Final Four, but that's not bad. And they are getting ready for the national anthem here. Gail, let's send it back to you. More to come in just a moment here, and we'll have more pregame information in a moment here on 97.9 XFM.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
ProLube of Effingham is more than just your favorite oil change shop. We sell and install all major brands of tires. Check engine light on? We also perform diagnostic and repair work. Call or stop by today for a free quote at ProLube of Effingham.
Well, the Mahomet Seymour cheerleaders honoring America with our national anthem. Let's get back to what we were talking about as this brand spanking new season. Nate Thompson will be the Hearts quarterback, and of course that's because another Nate is up the road listening tonight. Hello, Shaq, in case he told me a couple of days ago he'd be listening, so shout out to Nathan Shackelford.
Big shoes to fill for Nathan Thompson, of course. Shackelford, single-season record holder after his senior year for passing yards, touchdowns, completions, and combined passing and rushing yards. He tied a single-game record with 6 touchdown passes last season, and he's the career leader in pass attempts at Effingham High School. So obviously not a guy whose role is easy to fill. But, we know that Nathan Thompson's an accomplished athlete. He's not lacking for confidence. We've seen that on the basketball court over the last couple of years, and he's going to be the guy. And he's got some help. That's the good thing, is that he's got some people that he can trust to help him get rolling with this offense.
Yep, we have some experience in the backfield, and certainly Chase Woomer played a lot of football for the Hearts last season in 2019, and so he is an experienced running back, and he's gotten only bigger and stronger, and that's going to bode well.
Yeah, I mean, he ran for almost 1,000 yards last year, 220 carries and 12 touchdowns. He knows what it is to be the lead back on a team. I don't know that was by design last year, because Logan Brown was going to be counted on for a lot of carries, and injury kind of kept that senior from being able to really run the ball as much as I'm sure he wanted to. But Chase stepped up, and he gives you that threat, so that when it does time to throw it to old number 11, then the other team can't just sit on it.
Speaking of old number 11, what a story about Tristan Duncan. Young man, such a tremendous football player, such a great athlete. There hardly was ever a time, if I was out there at night at the Workman Sports and Wellness Complex, that I didn't see Tristan Duncan out there. He was so talented and so gifted, and yet he was still working to perfect his craft.
And I was joking with you before we went on the air that anybody who wants to ever think about entering the Effingham High School record book for receiving was probably crossing their fingers that this season didn't even get played, because Tristan Duncan is already the career leader in receiving yards and touchdowns, receptions, and he's only going to add to that this year. We'll see how that goes in 6 games, but he's only going to add to those. And he set single-game records last year as well. He's by far the most accomplished receiver that this program has ever seen, and was breaking records last year that had stood for decades. And so now he gets this half a dozen games to add on to that, and you gotta bet on him being able to do so.
Absolutely, because he's healthy as a horse. Came through that accident, and we didn't know for a while what the prognosis was going to be. And here he is back out here playing football.
Well, and speaking of people who might not have minded a delay in the season, there's no state series to play in, but that was just an extra few months for Tristan to get himself back to being physically 100%.
Headed to Truman State down in the St. Louis area on a football scholarship, so he has 6 games to add to his luster. The other thing that you feel good about is this Hearts defense. You mentioned a lot of experience, and they got some guys that know how to play some D.
Yeah, I mean, Mason Hasty graduated, and that's a big one. We called his name more than anybody else. 85 tackles led the team last season, but Austin Herbeth was one behind him, and he's back. And Jacob Stoneburner was third on the team in tackles, and he's back in the linebacking core. And Parker Wolf set a single-season record with 11 interceptions last year. He's back in the backfield, and Jacob Logan had 4 of them. He's back in the backfield, so or in the defensive backs. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So they certainly have a lot of good players back defensively. There's some holes to fill, but there always are. You're always going to have graduating seniors, and I think that the key guys are going to be good enough that everything else should gel around them really well.
It's going to be a fun season. 6 games. Want to start promoting this now. The next Friday night, the Hearts are home. This will be homecoming week this coming week at Effingham, and the homecoming game next Friday night. Charleston is the guest. That'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff at Klosterman Field. And of course, we'll have the game for you. Other things that I wanted to be sure and touch on, again, 6 games, 3 home, 3 away games. That all evened out. As far as the people that we're going to be talking about a lot, we talked about Nate, we've talked about Chase Woomer. The other running back is Edgar Castillo. He's a junior. Receivers with Tristan Duncan, a senior Holden Lewis. Holden played a lot last year. You've got people on the line, Cohen Woods, Riley Crane, Jacob Foster, Ethan Huss, who is big as ever, and Nathan Barnes. On defense, it ends Kalen Reardon and Austin Herbeth, tackles Alex Boffman and Zach Slifer, linebackers Jacob Stoneburner and Gabe Keeney, and backs Parker, Wolf Gunner, Franklin, Sean Cochran, Trevin Benavides, and Jacob Logan. Austin Herbeth, the long snapper. Trevin Benavides is the punter. Bo Hefner and Ozzie Angel are going to share as the kickers. Armando Estrada, though, will handle kickoffs. So, and then we'll talk about the return men when they get the chance to return.
And Mahomet's return team is going to get the first chance. It is Estrada out there setting up for the kickoff, so Effingham will kick off to begin this game. And that defense that we just talked about is going to get the first crack on the field for this 2021 Effingham High School football team, the first of 2 2021 Effingham High School football teams.
That's the truth. There's the kickoff heading down the middle, taken inside the 10-yard line by Mahomet Seymour. They get it out across the 20, and a swarm of tacklers take the return man down at about the 22-yard line. We'll check the spot for sure. And away we go. Good to have you with us here on 97.9 XFM. First of 6 games in 6 weeks, all conference contests. And the return man there for Mahomet Seymour, I believe Nolan Nierenhausen. So it is at the 21-yard line, the scoreboard tells me. So that's where Mahomet will set up 1st and 10. Their quarterback is it Braden Finch. If you saw Mahomet play basketball, you saw Braden Finch, and he is quarterbacking. And he, like Thompson, tall kid, good field of view, and they send it on a run out across the 25, maybe the 27-yard line, so a good first down run. And they head back to the huddle, and we'll work really hard to keep you up to date on who. All right, let me check here.
Yancey, Skylar Yancey, number 13.
Thank you, sir. Ball's out to the 26, a gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Looking like they're going to throw. Finch runs to the near side here. The Hearts are after him, and down he goes. Great pursuit out there. And nice work by the Hearts, number 44, Jacob Stoneburner, and Stoney makes his presence felt on the first possession.
Yeah, Finch just kept holding on to that one, kept rolling out to his right, and eventually ran out of room, gets taken down for a loss of a yard.
So it's 3rd and 6 at the 25, opening series of the season. Braden Finch again, the Mahomet Seymour quarterback, looking to his left, throws across the middle. It is caught, and that should be enough out across the 35 for a first down. So they convert on 3rd down. Catch made out there by Dream Morgan. You ever think about naming your kid Dream?
I hadn't dreamed of it.
It's enough for a first down to the 35. So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their 35-yard line. We're running left to right if you're looking at your listening device. Handoff coming to the near side, out across the 40 to the 45 and near midfield, and it's another first down for Mahomet Seymour. Clay Hubble, a 5'5", 165-pound senior with the carry, and it is gained right to midfield.
15-yard pickup then.
Jacob Logan in on the stop for the Hearts. So a new set of downs for Mahomet Seymour. Hearts bring lots of people up on the line. Here is the handoff right up the gut and 2 or 3 yards into Effingham territory. And ball carrier that time, number 13, that's Skylar Yancey. And it's a gain to the Hearts 47, a gain of 3, so it's 2nd and 7.
So Yancey on first down a couple of times now has had pretty decent pickups.
So into Effingham territory. From the shotgun, Finch fumbles, picks it up. They take him down at midfield. So he recovered, but he lost 3 yards right back at the midfield stripe. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 13 situation here for Mahomet Seymour.
Yeah, Finch just didn't handle that snap. That's pretty much all there was to it. It looked like it was all right. Didn't look like it was completely off the mark. He might have just been a little ahead of himself thinking about what he was going to do. So now 3rd and 10.
That might have been the first time they ran from the shotgun in the game, so that adjustment might be tough for a center as well. So 3rd and 13, Hearts obviously are looking for him to throw here. Finch longer on the signal and move the football. That's got to be a violation on the Bulldogs.
Yep, they're going to get their first penalty of the game as the center started to snap it and then didn't do it. So move that one back 5 yards, and now it's going to be a 3rd and 15 situation back in Effingham territory.
So it was 3rd and 13, and so back on the Mahomet Seymour side of the field at their 45-yard line. 9:50 to go in the opening quarter. Quarters are still 12 minutes long. Finch from the shotgun again here on 3rd and a bundle. Snap made. He's looking to the left side, throws it out in the flats. The catch and the run across the middle. Oh, the Hearts missed his tackle. Coming up to make the stop inside the 40. And Clay Hubble made the catch for Mahomet Seymour, and they got enough for the first down.
Yeah, that was a very short pass, and he ran probably a dozen yards after the catch to get it out to the 37. So pickup of 18 on the play moves the chains.
Needed 15, got 18 in a quick huddle here. They run it, and this time Finch keeps, and he gets it inside the Hearts' 30-yard line. He's still on his feet to the 25-yard line, and another first down. There is a flag, though, on this play, and it's a hold. And it must be on Mahomet Seymour because they're walking back.
Yeah, that flag is laying on the 40-yard line, so could potentially be a very big loss here.
Yep, that's 3 yards back behind the line of scrimmage, and then walk off 10 for a hold, and it should be right back to midfield, and that's where they set it down. So a 13-yard loss, all in all, and Mahomet had made it into Effingham territory. Now they're back at midfield on that 10-yard hold, plus the 3 yards that they lost on the play. So back to midfield, 1st and 18. Finch stays in the shotgun. There's the snap, good snap. Here's a pitch play out here in the flats. The Hearts try some pursuit, but boy, nobody took him down, and he finally runs out of bounds near the 35-yard line. As the Hearts didn't react too well there, Skylar Yancey with the carry, and it gains from the 50 to the 38, a gain of 12. That's not enough for a first down, but he sure got a lot of the yardage back, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a pretty manageable situation all of a sudden.
And it's time to take a break. They bring the water out. Let's take a break here. It's no score. 9:23 to go, first quarter. Effingham nothing, Mahomet Seymour nothing on 97.9 XFM.
Local, secure, enduring, and more convenient than ever. Washington Savings Bank is located in Effingham, Mattoon, and anywhere you are with their 24/7 virtual branch. Enjoy the conveniences of banking with all the services offered at Washington Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located South Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
All right, we're back at Mahomet Seymour High School. 9:23 to go, first quarter. Effingham and Mahomet Seymour are scoreless. We're still on the opening drive of the game. Mahomet Seymour with a 2nd and 11. Finch again from the shotgun. There's the snap. There's the handoff. They come to the near side. Hearts react much better that time. Good work as Stoneburner teamed up with Austin Herbeth to make that stop for Effingham. And again, it was Yancey, right, Dustin?
Yeah, Skylar Yancey, his 4th carry. He's up 22 yards, but only 2 of them coming on that play. So still 3rd and 10 here.
At the Hearts 37-yard line. Finch stays in the shotgun, bringing a man from the far side. Handoff to him. He runs it up the middle. He dives toward the 30. Is not enough for a first down, and the Hearts take him down.
It does at least get them to a point where, they've got a manageable situation to go for it on 4th down, one would imagine, from the 31-yard line.
Yancey again, the gain to the 31, Dustin, so a gain of 6. And it's 4th and 3. They're going to go for it this deep into Effingham territory. Finch stays in the gun on 4th and 3. Here's the snap. He's going to keep. He comes to the near side. He has the first down. He's inside the 25, still on his feet. Run out at about the 22-yard line. So gain of 9 on that play for Finch, the quarterback, and Mahomet Seymour converts.
Yeah, even out of the shotgun, it seemed pretty evident that they were going to run there as it was a close set, nobody out wide, but they just bulled their way through and way more than enough yardage for the Mahomet Seymour quarterback, Braden Finch.
First game for everybody here tonight. Finch again in the gun. He's been there throughout this opening drive. And now at the Hearts 22, bring a man in motion. They fake the handoff. They're going to throw. They throw out in the flats, and it's incomplete. They led Yancey a little long on that one. The incompletion stops the clock with 8:15 to go in the first quarter. Brings up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, just like you said, threw that one about a step ahead of where his intended receiver, Yancey, was out there coming around the left end. So 2nd and 10, and Effingham's defense needs a big play here.
Still at Effingham's 22-yard line. Finch from the shotgun. There's the snap. Higher snap that time. Faked the handoff. Kept it, and the Hearts slowing down. He does get inside the 20. He was grabbed first. Finished off by Stoneburner, but give credit also to Trevin Benavides, who slowed him down. It's a gain to the 18, a gain of 4, Dustin. That'll bring up a 3rd and 6. So 3rd and 6 at Effingham's 18 here for Mahomet Seymour. Bring a man in motion from the far side. There's the handoff. They sweep it to the near side, and the Hearts stuff it. Boy, there's Stoney and a cast of thousands for Effingham. And that one didn't work too well. Benavides came over to help again, and also in on that stop for the Hearts was Logan Heil. So nice work there. They get it to the 18, and that's no gain.
Yes, Hubble, the ball carrier there, after 2 carries for 20 yards, gets stuffed there, and now a 4th and 6. Effingham could get off the field yet.
So they're obviously going to go for it inside the Hearts 20. 4th and 6. Finch has a man lined up beside him. I think that is Yancey. Going to block for him. Looking to throw. Down he goes. No, he got away. He got away. He's to the 22. He throws it into the end zone. Incomplete. And it'll be Hearts football. Man, I thought he was down dead to rights, and Finch was able to elude the pursuit, got the throw away, but it was really deep in the end zone. I'm not really sure if the kid could have caught it, that he could have stayed in bounds, but it's incomplete, and it'll go over to the Hearts on downs, and Effingham gets it, first possession of the season First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Yeah, 5 minutes and 4 seconds. Mahomet and Seymour held the football, and they ran about a dozen plays somewhere in that neighborhood, but can't get in the end zone, so the Hearts will get their first crack at having the ball in their hand.
So Nate Thompson trots out behind center. He was shooting threes. Nice dunk if you still see the video on that from last week. He's up under center on first and 10. Now there's a fumble. Thompson falls on it, though, and a loss of about 1, it looks like.
Yeah, maybe nerves a little bit there. First varsity snap in a while. Anyway, first varsity starter snap to be certain.
Yeah.
And so Thompson will have to eat a loss there.
Yeah, and I'm not ever sure whether it's the guy receiving the ball or the man who's snapping it. So
well, he's got a sophomore center who's getting his first varsity start too, so that's entirely possible.
So loss of 1, back to the 17, and it's 2nd and 11. There's a better snap. There's the handoff. Woomer, nice hole, gets it out to the 25-yard line. Good gain for Chase Woomer. Senior gets it from the 17 to the 25, so he got 8 on that gallop. That helps. And it'll be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, you certainly will take that. So it does set up a third down, but only 3 yards to get. And I would imagine that we'll see Woomer try to go to the right side of that, the experienced right side of that Effingham line.
Thompson up under center. There's the snap. They give it to the deep back. That's Woomer, and he gets near the 35-yard line, and that's plenty enough for a first down. Got tripped up, otherwise it would have been an even bigger gain. They're going to mark it at the 34, but from the 25 to the 29, pardon me, 24 to the 29, it is enough for a first down. Needed 3, got about 5, so 1st and 10 for the Hearts at their 29-yard line. Opener of the 2020 football season. Throw out in the flats, caught by Tristan Duncan. He makes the grab, fights off a defender, gets out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. We'll check on the spot. But nice to see Tristan get a ball in his hands there.
Yeah, and then he got Nolan Nierenhausen's face mask in his hands as he was trying to stiff arm him and get around the corner there, but not much room for a gain there. He did pick up 5 yards on the play.
To the 34, so it's 2nd and 5. Effingham makes a couple of changes. They bring Holden Lewis here to the near side at the wideout spot and run Duncan over on the far side of the field. Hearts are on the opposite side of the field here at Mahomet Seymour. Thompson gets the snap. Fake the handoff. He's going to keep. Now he throws, and it's almost intercepted. Mahomet knocked it down, messed up the pass play. Nate kept it a long time and a pretty good job of disguising the play. But when he threw, he left Mahomet enough time to react and almost a pick.
Yeah, rolling to his right, but wasn't able to thread the needle with that pass on the run. And so that's going to set up a 3rd and 5 for Effingham. See what kind of personnel they get back out on the field here.
Stops the clock with 5:40 left in the first quarter. No score in our opener of this football season. 6 games, all conference games for Effingham. Thompson stays up under center on 1st and 10. Got his running backs in the eye. Looking to throw. Goes deep. Got a man. And it is caught out there by Duncan. He's into Mahomet Seymour territory.
Nice over-the-shoulder catch and a good throw for Nathan Thompson. That was a nice, accurate, deep ball. One-on-one coverage. And listen, Tristan Duncan's good enough. He's going to make that catch all the way to the other 34-yard line. So from 34 to 34, that is a 32-yard pickup.
So a new set of downs for Effingham. What a pretty pass by Thompson, and what a beautiful catch, as always, by Tristan Duncan. New set of downs for the Hearts at the Mahomet 34. Here's the handoff. Woomer up the gut. First man missed him. Second man takes him down. He gets to the 33. Going to give him 1. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Tough run in there, not a lot of space to work with, so Woomer on his 3rd carry of the night gets up from 12 to 13 yards.
Just outside 5 minutes left in our opening quarter. We've been used to basketball that goes pretty quick. Football is a game that evolves, and a lot of thinking and a lot of strategy, and let's see what happens. 2nd and 9. Up under center, Thompson. There's the handoff. Woomer. Good burst of speed up the middle, and he's inside the 25-yard line.
Yep, close to the marker. Maybe a little short. We'll wait and see, but he got right up there.
They're going to spot it at the 24. They're looking at the sideline, and he's about a half a yard, maybe a yard shy from the 38
They're going to say first down.
Well, I'm for them. I think it's a great call. So from the 38 to the 34, gain of 4, and a new set of downs. Let me double check. I'm on the wrong yard line. 24. Yes. 24-yard line. Thank you.
Effingham moving the chain for the third time there. Second time on the run, and now you got it down to the 20. They say 25 on the scoreboard, but I think 24-yard line.
Looking at the football, it looks well clear of the yard line. I wonder if they'll change that on the board. They're still their first game this year too.
Everybody is kind of in a weird spot right now.
Yes, sir. First game I've ever done in March. Still, let's see. Thompson handoff up the gut and a good run this time. And there is a flag.
Yeah, the flag came in on the near side, not at the line as far as I could tell. We'll wait and see what the sideline official has to say, but he threw it in from there, and they're going to call a hold against Effingham.
Okay. Yeah, Woomer had a good burst of speed that time. Let's see where they sit it down, and then we'll know. Obviously, the hold's a 10-yard penalty. Back to the 32-yard line was the 24, back to the 32. So there was some gain before the flag was thrown, and then the 10-yard walk-off back to Mahomet's 32-yard line. So the Hearts are faced with a 1st and 17. 1st and 17 at the 32. Thompson, the handoff to Woomer, chase up the middle. He gets near the 25. So he got some of that yardage back. From the 32 to the 25, a gain of 7. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 10, so much more manageable.
Yeah, quick cut going to the right side, and that's pretty much been where Woomer has been running, which is what we expected. That's the veteran side of this Effingham offensive line, and has been getting pretty good gains so far. He's up to 31 yards on 6 carries.
Thompson ready on 2nd and 10. Hearts stay in the eye. Again, the deep back. Woomer gets the handoff, diving and ducking, and gets 2 or 3 yards before they take him down. Castillo tried to get up ahead and help as a blocking back. Woomer advances the football to the 22.
Yeah, I'm going to say 22.
That'll be a gain of 3. So it's 3rd and 7 or 8. It's a big play here. Let's see if they put it in the air. Thompson brings a man nearer on the far side, looking to throw, gets it. He threw a wobbler, and Holden Lewis did what he could to try to get there and make the catch, just couldn't get the job done, and so that'll bring up 4th and 8, and I know the Hearts will go for it this deep into Mahomet territory.
Well, I got to imagine that Thompson was feeling some pressure on his blind side coming up, as there were a couple of dark blue jerseys coming up on him in the backfield, so he got rid of that probably a tick quicker than he wanted to, and yeah, just not a particularly catchable ball for Holden Lewis out there on the right side.
So Lewis is going to stay in this set. Parker Wolf comes in to the near side as a receiver. So let's see. They've got Lewis and Wolf over here double teaming on the near side, and then a man at the tight end spot on the right. So let's see what happens here. Duncan's got some room on the right side, but 2 receivers left side. Thompson's moving, gets it away to the left side, and Lewis tried to go to his knees to make the catch, but he was unsuccessful. And that will give the ball over to Mahomet Seymour on down.
There was a flag that came in on the play before the pass was ever even thrown, too, so I'm thinking we'll wait and see here.
Hart's offense is not leaving the field, a procedure penalty, but it is on Effingham.
Yeah, they'll decline that, of course, so with the incomplete pass, Effingham does turn it over on downs.
So back to Mahomet Seymour. And they hold after the Hearts held when they were on defense. So it's still 0-0. 2:49 to go, first quarter of the first game of the season. I had talked to somebody Wednesday night about the fact I had a football game Friday. They said, "You had a what?" They had no idea anybody was playing football. And I think a lot of people feel that way. But here we are. And I'm glad. So let's see. Finch sets up. He's run from the shotgun so far on offense and lines up to start this series. as well. Looking to throw across the middle, has some time. Now he's on the run. Hearts are after him. He does get the throwaway. The Hearts may pick this. It's knocked loose, and then Mahomet had to dive for it, and nobody caught it.
Yeah, if Braden Finch holds on to that football a half second later, then Jacob Stoneburner is going to be all up in his grill. And so he gets rid of it, and like you said, almost intercepted. So now both quarterbacks have been incomplete on their last 3 attempts.
It was Jacob Logan who was back there for the Hearts and had the best shot at that football. And Jacob pulled something, and he's hobbling a little as he comes back here to his deep back spot. So we'll watch that and see whether Mahomet saw that as well. Nope, they're going to run. They send it up the middle, and their running back gets it across the 25-yard line. And they've had a couple of individuals carry here in the early going. And once he turns around, I'll let you know who it is.
We believe Nearhauser.
Okay, Nolan Nearhausen. There's a Nolan and a Dayton Nearhausen. He got 4, so it's 3rd and 6. Finch rolls to his left. Hearts are in pursuit, and that's a clip. And there's a pass. And regardless of whether it got intercepted or not, there's a penalty in the backfield against Mahomet Seymour.
Trevin Benavides was busting his butt to come around and try to catch Finch rolling out to his left and drag him down from behind. And they are going to call call that against Mahomet, and it's going to be a 10-yard penalty.
They had him on the run. Hearts had him dead to right, and a defender trying to protect his quarterback knocked the Hearts defender down, and that's a penalty.
So instead of an incomplete pass, it's going to be a walk back.
And it should be, they're talking it over about where it ought to be.
Well, they're putting it right back on the 26-yard line. I'm not exactly sure I understand that. Effingham declined the penalty. Okay.
To bring up 4th down.
Gotcha. That makes sense. So it is an incomplete pass. Thank you.
That's why they checked the sidelines, and Hart said, "Oh, gosh, no. They didn't mean to." So let's have a do-over, and it's 4th down. So 4th and 6, surely they're going to kick because they are well into Effingham, into their own territory.
I wonder if Finch would also double as their punter.
Let's check and see. It's a good snap, and there's the kick, and it's not much of a kick, and the Hearts are going to have great field position.
Yeah, they downed that thing at the 41-yard line, so he just punted 15 yards.
And you're right, it was Finch who also doubled as the punter, and he punts it out across the 40, but the Hearts are going to have sensational field position here as they set this one up with 1:54 remaining in the first quarter to the 41, Dustin's, where they'll line up to start this series. So Effingham starts the series at Mahomet Seymour's 41-yard line.
Well, you'll take that, yeah.
Absolutely. No score with 1:54 to go in the opening quarter. Nate Thompson back up under center on 1st and 10. Let's see if the Hearts can take advantage of this good field position. Hand off to Woomer. Chase goes to the right side, gets it inside the 35 to about the 33, it looks like. Inside the 40 to the 38, 3-yard gain. It's 2nd and 7.
So Woomer, clearly the feature back for this Effingham offense. He has run the ball 8 times now for 37 yards. We're just entering the second Hearts possession of the season.
Thompson stays up under center. There's the handoff. Woomer again at the tailback spot and gets it out inside the 35-yard line. They will mark it at the 34, so that's a gain of 4.
Down to 34.
So 3 and 4, that'd be 7, and that makes it 3rd and 3.
Well, if you can keep averaging 3.5 yards a carry, you keep moving those chains, but we'll see if Mahomet stiffens up a little bit here and what Effingham decides to do with this situation. It's a place where you could run again, or you might put it in the air. Duncan lined up wide on the right.
2-down territory for sure. They gave it to Woomer. Chase up the middle and inside the 30 and should have the 1st down.
Yeah, it looks like it well inside the 30-yard line, so go ahead and write that one down.
Nice blocking by our line to give him some room to roam. And right now they're probably Mahomet in a position to think, well, we know what's coming, and the Hearts are still able to capitalize on a gain of 5 and a new set of downs for the Hearts at Mahomet's 29-yard line.
Pretty well the same set for Effingham here.
Thompson to Woomer. I guess run it until they can stop it, right? He gets near the 27-yard line. And player for Mahomet Seymour a little slow to get up.
Yeah, they're waiting for him to get up before they set the ball down because he's laying right where they wanted to spot it.
Call it the 27-yard line, so a gain of 2, and it's 2nd and 8. Down to 14 seconds in the first quarter, so that likely was the last play of our first quarter of this football season. We've got 1 quarter in the books. Only 5 games and 3 quarters to go. After 1, it's Effingham nothing, Mahomet Seymour nothing on 97.9 XFM.
Evergreen Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is proud to announce their new outpatient therapy. Evergreen now offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies for their patients. If you need therapy, don't worry. Evergreen's outpatient therapy can help you too. Give Evergreen a call today for a tour.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
We head to the second quarter of our first game of the football season. No score. Effingham and Mahomet Seymour were at Mahomet, and the Hearts with the ball in good field position after their defense set them up.
Yeah, a 41-yard field, you'd sure like to turn that into some points. I think this first quarter has really been about what we expected. I think kids feeling each other out a little bit, just getting their legs underneath them, and hopefully business will pick up a little bit, particularly for the Hearts offense here going forward.
They have it at Mahomet Seymour's 27-yard line. It's 2nd and 8. And let's see what the Hearts do as they're just now breaking the huddle.
Yeah, they took a little more time to get off the sideline. The Mahomet defense was out there waiting for them. Effingham taking their time.
Nate Thompson, Effingham's quarterback. They send 2 guys from the right side to the left side. That'll double stack shift, and they block for Woomer to the left side, and by the time he got there, it didn't work out, and he got to about the 25. They will get better at that as the season moves along.
Yeah, you had Connor Thompson and Austin Herbeth in motion on that play, but neither one figured into the blocking for Woomer, as it turns out, and just a 2-yard gain. He is up to 50 yards on 12 carries.
So it's 3rd and 6. He got 2 to the 25. Tristan Duncan split out here wide to the near side and single coverage. See if the Hearts throw. No, they give it to Woomer again, and he might have got a yard.
I don't think Woomer took that exchange clean between him and Thompson either. It looked like he's reaching back for a second, just maybe got his feet tangled up a little bit. Whatever it was, it just seemed like he was a little off balance whenever they made the handoff.
2-yard gain to the 23, so it's 4th down, and the Hearts need 4 for a first down. They'll obviously go for it here at Mahomet Seymour's 23-yard line.
Still just one wide out, but Duncan's gone from the right to left side.
Hearts shift on the right side this time. There's the snap, fakes the handoff. They're after him. He gets the throwaway, and it is caught, picked off the grass, and they're going to call it incomplete. That was a little too much grass to pick it off.
Yeah, Herbeth tried to make the catch. Valiant effort on his part, but got the turf a little bit too much, and that's going to be another turnover on downs.
So Hearts and Mahomet Seymour have both gone to 4th down and have been unsuccessful in converting. So Mahomet Seymour gets the ball back 1st and 10 at their 23-yard line. Series starts with 10:40 left in the second quarter. We're at Mahomet Seymour High School at Frank Dutton Field. Finch stays in the shotgun as he's been throughout the early part of this game. There's the snap, there's the handoff, and the Hearts sniff that out. Although now, good second effort gets him out across the 30-yard line and very near a first down.
Took about 6 white jerseys to finally get Skylar Yancey down to the turf.
Yancey's been a busy guy. It is a gain to the 33.
It must have been about a 9.5-yard gain. That's all I can say. Oh, it is a first down.
Now they move the chains. Boy, they about moved the chain. They didn't get the chains moved almost before the snap for the next play. But it is a first down. Just enough. Handoff up the middle, and they stuff it this time. Nice defense by the Hearts. They tried to run it up the gut, and the Hearts were having none of it. Stoneburner again And he got some help, I think. Herbeth came over to help again. It is a gain to the 34, Dustin, so a gain of 1. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Finch again from the gun. Hart's move, but get back in plenty of time. Finch checks the sidelines now. He's good. There's the snap. He's going to carry. Runs it up the middle. Gets it out across the 45. Still on his feet near midfield. And a first down for Mahomet Seymour.
Yeah, he had a back lined up next to him, and he faked a pitch, and that was enough to keep the Effingham defense honest and on him. And as it turns out, Finch keeps it and gets it almost out to midfield.
Gain of 15 to the 49. Stoneburner came up and helped on the tackle. Jacob Logan as well. But it's a first down for Mahomet at the 49, and now they're going to throw. Going deep. I think he overthrew it. Holy cow. 5-10 yards beyond his receiver. Stops the clock with 8:52 to go in the second quarter. Brings up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, we have seen both teams now stalling out a little bit as far as trying to throw the ball. Finch completed his first 2 passes for 28 yards. Now he's been off the mark on his last 5, and Nathan Thompson also 1-2 for his first 3, and then he's got 3 incompletions in a row.
Finch still from the shotgun on 2nd and 10. No score in this game in the second quarter. There's the snap, low snap, but he got it. And there's the handoff, and Yancey dives inside the 40. And Stoneburner in the backfield again with a tackle. Man, he's going to have 20 tackles the way he's going.
Well, Stoneburner laying on the turf got hold of his ankles and kept him from getting any further. He might have broken free for a big gain there.
7-yard gain from their 49 to Effingham's 44. So that makes 3rd and 3. Finch again from the gun. There's the snap. Here's the handoff to Yancey coming to the near side. The Hearts do a nice job of taking the edge off it, and there's very little gain.
Yep, closing down the distance. Alex Bachman was in the neighborhood and a couple other guys, and that is going to force Mahomet to run a 4th down play here.
So 4th and 3. No gain on that play. It's still at the 44. So 4th and 3, let's see if the defense can come up with another stop here on 4th down. Finch animated out there trying to get someone to jump. There's the snap. He keeps. He comes to the near side and gets it to about the 42 when they ran him out of bounds, and that's going to really be close.
It is going to be awfully close. Going for the sideline there, and he didn't have a ton of room running to the short side of the field also. We'll have to wait and see. They're going to have to eyeball this one, maybe even get the chains out.
Alex Boffman was out there for Effingham and a Mahomet kid as well, and they were a little slow getting off the turf, mainly because they were tangled up in each other. I
still haven't seen a spot, by the way. We're still trying to figure out, and it looks like they are going to bring the chains out to measure this thing.
I would. It's really close.
They got it right on the 42. I mean, it's going to be awfully close. So a couple yards for Finch. Gets him up to 23. He's carried 7 times now.
Yep, gain from the 44 to the 42. Clock stops here for the measurement with 8:15 left in the second quarter. No score in our game. Effingham and Mahomet Seymour. Next week, the Hearts are home for homecoming, hosting Charleston. The measurement, not done yet. I think they're going to be short.
They're going to be short by about a half a football, maybe even a full ball. So
the Hearts hold.
Just short.
So let's play some offense. Back and forth this one's going here in the early going. And it's first down for Effingham at their 41-yard line. They'll start this series with 8:15 left in the second quarter. And a reminder, at halftime, we'll be getting all the numbers from Dustin. And whatever scores Gale can find, it's Slim Pickens night. They're going to set this down to make sure they get the measurement just right. Gale has a couple of scores. Thanks, Gale. In Apollo Conference action, Mount Zion in front of Mattoon, 14-0. And Cumberland was supposed to play Arthur Levington Atwood Ammon. It turns out they're playing Maroa Forsyth tonight. And it's Cumberland 14, Maroa Forsyth 10. So those 2 scores, and thank you, Gale. We'll get them all here at halftime. And hello to you, C.J. Schmidt, shivering upstairs. Getting all the video on this. Watch for that on the website. So 8:15 left, second quarter. Hearts get the ball back, and they have it at 1st and 10 at their 41. Thompson going to throw. Got a man. It is caught, and there's Now it's loose. Duncan was the receiver.
He was wrapped up before the ball even got there. The defender lost his grip on him long enough for Duncan to almost make the catch anyway. The ball scored it free, but it is pass interference. Pretty blatant.
I thought you were going to have a fit there, man. That was a good, easy one to call.
Honestly, the throw was a little behind, and that might have thrown the defender off as much as anybody, and he might have thought that the ball was caught already and was trying to make a tackle that simply wasn't there.
I kind of like it that they waited until after the play ended before they threw the flag, but that's everybody's interpretation on that. But, yeah, once they came apart and the ball hit the turf, then the flag was thrown. And the flag is thrown at Mahomet's 34-yard line. So the Hearts now have the ball once we get done moving the chains. The Hearts have it 1st and 10 at Mahomet's 43. So from Effingham's 41 to Mahomet Seymour's 43, and the Hearts with a new set of downs. Thompson wants to throw again. He's over there, and he's got Duncan, and it bounced off a helmet and falls incomplete. The Mahomet defender was looking toward the receiver, not toward the ball, and it bonked him in the helmet and went up in the air and then fell to the turf. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10. Stops the clock with exactly 8 minutes left in the second quarter.
Yeah, double coverage on Tristan Duncan that time. Not a lot of room to get that one into a catchable spot for him.
So Effingham with the ball at Mahomet Seymour's 43. There's still no score in this game with 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Hearts bring Benavides to the near side. Handoff to Woomer, and he doesn't go down easily and gets near the 40 by the time they take him down.
Yeah, he did well to shake free from the initial contact behind the line of scrimmage, or maybe right at the line of scrimmage, shook that guy away and was able to at least get a positive play out of it, but still not a huge gain and going to leave a lot of ground to make up here on 3rd down.
They get it to the 41 they call it, so a gain of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 8. So if passing down, you bet. We'll see what the Hearts do here. I'm sure Mahomet's thinking that same thing. Hearts shifting on the line. There's the snap. Thompson rolling to the near side, gets it away, got a man, and he overthrew him out of bounds. That'll bring up 4th down. They had 2 people over on the near side. One was Tristan Duncan, but in fairness to Nate, he was on the run, and the pass eluded both Duncan and Holden Lewis, Parker Wolf, and that'll bring up a 4th and 8. So 4th and 8, Effingham with the ball at Mahomet Seymour's 41. We'll see what they try here.
I mean, with what Effingham's been able to do defensively, don't have much question that they will go ahead and run an offensive play here as they are 8 yards into Mahomet territory. But it is going to be interesting to see what they do. Haven't had a lot of luck throwing it, but they really need to right now.
Boy, everybody's up on the line for Mahomet. Nate's going to throw. He's throwing to Holden Lewis. He's caught it, and he knocked it away, or was it picked?
Yeah, he just never did make the catch. He couldn't bring it to the turf, and I don't know if he could have stayed in bounds anyway. So it's an incomplete pass down the sideline. Another. We've said it a lot of times tonight, turnover on downs.
That tent is not in a good spot there on the sidelines. Right about where Holden dove is where there was a tent, so I kind of had to wait until it sorted itself out. So the Hearts cannot convert, and again the ball goes over on downs to Mahomet Seymour. Still no score. 7:07 left in the second quarter, and Mahomet takes it over at their 41-yard line. Opening night of the football season. Boy, Logan is still hobbling as he's back here in the secondary. Wonder how long it'll be before Mahomet sees that and tries to take advantage of that. Pitch play coming to the near side, and he got away from one Hearts defender. He's out across the 45 and then goes down. And there's Stoneburner again. Sleep well tonight.
Yeah, Nierenhausen, the carrier again. He has seen a little uptick in his involvement in the offense all of a sudden, up to the 46.
Gave him 5 to the 46, so 2nd and 5. No score in this game. 6:40 to go in the second quarter. Finch has been in the gun all night, looking to throw across the middle. It is caught and dropped. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Yeah,
3rd and 5.
The intended receiver going to the ground for that one, Tyler Lewis, that one might have been a little bit behind him, too. I mean, he definitely got a hand on it but couldn't haul it in. It's another incomplete pass for Finch.
The quarterback stats are not too good right at this point in the game.
They are not.
But it is the first game in about, 19 months? So I guess some of that's understandable. Snap, throw out in the flats. It's caught out there, and a nice run after the catch, and Mahomet has the first down. But, boy, the Hearts secondary reacts well. He got across midfield and got the first down, and then the Hearts drove him back about 5 yards before somebody blew a whistle.
A little quick screen pass to Clay Hubble on the right flat, and he's got the good run after catch ability, and seemed like it should have been plenty, but we'll wait and see.
They're going to spot it at Effingham's 48. So that's a gain of 6.
They haven't moved the chains.
Holy cow, they're calling that 4th down? Boy, if I was Mahomet, and I hear the fans now, I'd be furious. Look at the spot. I thought it was another yard down the field, but no. According to where they ended up putting it, it's at the 49 of Effingham. And here's the handoff, and the quarterback kept, and he has the first down, and he has a whole bunch more, and he is near the 35, and the Hearts still have not tackled him. He gets to the 20-yard line before they finally take Finch down. Finch just wouldn't quit. Their quarterback, Braden Finch, we saw him play a whole lot of basketball, and that was a wonderful run from Effingham's 49. The gain is to the 20, a 29-yard gallop for Braden Finch, and a new set of downs for the Bulldogs. Finch back to the shotgun, brings a man in motion from the far side, fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Here come the Hearts. Down goes Finch for a loss. He's back out across the 25-yard line. Nice response by the defense after they saw Finch get the big gain. A heck of an effort by Austin Herbeth to come from the far side and take him down. The loss is back to the 27-yard line. A loss of 7, Dustin. So 2nd and 17 now at Effingham's 27-yard line. Finch lit a longer count this time. There's the snap. Handoff, no, he keeps it himself up the middle, and the Hearts react much better this time. He doesn't even get to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, the thing is, he fakes to Yancey. Skylar Yancey coming to the left. He doesn't have the ball. Effingham converged on him, but still had enough defensive presence left to still to bring Finch down before he could get much of a gain at all, maybe a yard.
They're giving Stoney the stop again. What a game he's had a game in the first half. Gain of 1 to the 26, so it's 3rd and 16. Boy, if the Hearts can get a good quick stop here, it could end up being a real interesting 4th down situation. Finch is alone in the backfield here in this setup.
He's got 5 wide receivers.
Looking to throw, rolls to the far side where those receivers are. There's the pass. Everybody's there. The Hearts are there, and it's knocked away, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Pretty good one-on-one battle out there. I can tell you that it was Ethan Harrell, a sophomore wide receiver for Mahomet, and I'm trying to get a glimpse of who the defense was for Effingham. It was a one-on-one play. I can't catch the jersey number.
I thought I might know who it was, judging by the position, I think.
Is that Carter Bushu? Is that 18 out there?
That's who I see. Carter Bushu is a sophomore, but I'm seeing 18. And, it's Meet the Hearts for us. We didn't even have Meet the Hearts this year.
Could be Gunnar Franklin. It could be 10 also.
Okay.
It was 10. Gunnar Franklin. That makes more sense.
Yeah. He would be one to expect out there. Nice play. So it's 4th and 16. At the 26-yard line. Finch again alone in the backfield. There's the snap. He's rolling to the far side. Hearts are after him. He got away from one. Doesn't get away this time. Down he goes. He threw the ball, but I'm going to see about that because I think that might have been a forward. Well, let's see.
Yeah,
I don't see any flags.
No, they did just toss one. So it's going to be intentional grounding, I would imagine.
He was going down. I mean, the ship was sinking.
I don't know. After the play was dead, an official came out and just dropped a flag. So there is something going on here.
The football is at Effingham's 33-yard line. And the officials are huddled up. And they're talking. Is Coach Hefner out there too? They're talking it over. about what's the story. If it's intentional grounding, it's lost it down, and it was 4th down, so it ought to be Effingham football. Here's the call. They called it against Mahomet. And now let's see about the spot, because this is important too.
Well, now Coach Hefner's getting in on the conversation. What do we want to do here? And they're going to decline the penalty and take the football.
All right, so no penalty, and the ball goes to the Hearts on downs.
The penalty was declined by Effingham.
If the Hearts decline the penalty, that makes sense because they get the ball. Pass was incomplete. That was 4th down, Effingham football. So it's 1st and 10 for the Hearts. They'll set it up at their 26, I guess is where we had it, didn't we, when that play started. So 1st and 10 at the 26, and the Hearts get the ball back. And still no score in this game, and the Hearts get the possession with 4 minutes left in the first half. Thompson, the handoff, up the middle. Woomer to the 30. Chase has been a busy kid in this first half. Gain from the 26 to the 30, a gain of 4, and it should bring up 2nd and 6.
Well, now you're starting to get to the point in this proceedings where you start thinking if somebody scores, they've got a really huge edge in the game because we're approaching halftime and really nobody has come particularly close.
Well, this is where the Hearts defense is so important. And now Mahomet Seymour calls time. Their coach saw something. He lined up in the backfield as the field's lined up, and John Adkins called time here.
Dead sprint down the sideline to get that timeout called, by the way.
Gail, let's take a 30. 3:27 left, second quarter. No score here at Mahomet Seymour on 97.9 XFM.
ProLube of Effingham is more than just your favorite oil change shop. We sell and install all major brands of tires. Check engine light on? We also perform diagnostic and repair work. Call or stop by today for a free quote at ProLube of Effingham.
Local, secure, enduring, and more convenient than ever. Washington Savings Bank is located in Effingham, Mattoon, and anywhere you are with their 24/7 virtual branch. Enjoy the conveniences of banking with all the services offered at Washington Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
All right, we're back. 3:27 to go in the second quarter. It's no score here between Effingham and Mahomet Seymour. Gale's doing a good job keeping me up to date on scores. In the second quarter, it's Mount Zion 14, Mattoon nothing. So there's an Apollo Conference score for you. She'll have them all coming up at halftime. And Dustin's going to have his first stat roundup in many months.
Maybe we'll have some scoring to talk about.
I hope. Hearts have the ball. That'd be nice. Handoff, and the running back out across the 30. That's Woomer again. Chase is carried every time, right?
Yeah, Nate Thompson's got one carry to his credit, but I don't believe it was a play where he ran by design. Yeah, Woomer has been the guy, and he picked up a couple of yards on that play there.
Yeah, from the 30 to the 32, gain of 2, and it's 2nd and 8. And we're down to 3 minutes to go in the first half of football.
16 carries for Chase Woomer, up to 60 yards. So, I mean, that's, that's a fine number. They just, so far, haven't been able to get the big play.
Thompson back up under center here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, goes deep, got a man this time. Call out there inside Mahomet Seymour's 40-yard line. That is Tristan Duncan, and hello, Tristan.
Yeah, that's a good throw from Thompson, threading the needle between a couple of defenders, getting it in the neighborhood, and Duncan able to catch it in stride for his 3rd reception of the game. All 3 of Nathan Thompson's completed passes have been to Tristan Duncan.
So from the 32 of Effingham to the 38 of Mahomet Seymour, that's 18 and 12, and that's 30 yards.
67 yards passing now.
So at the 38 of Mahomet Seymour, Hearts have a new set of downs. There's the handoff, busting it up the middle, new running back, and he's inside the 25-yard line. Nice job. I think that's probably Donsbach.
Yep, 28 Donsbach getting his first carry of the night, and it was the first down, so way to get on the scene, Trevor.
Pounded somebody on the back. He's pumped. So a little respite for Woomer, and Trevin made it inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. There's a handoff again to Donsbach, and he's got loads energy left. He's inside the 20.
Flag did come into the play. I'm going to assume, based on where it was thrown, that we're probably going to be coming back. Probably a hold on the Hearts.
Gain to the 18. From the 24 to the 18 would be a gain of 6, and now we'll sort it out. Official still talking it over, and I agree with you. It's probably against the Hearts. And it's a face mask.
Oh,
and it's against Mahomet.
Well,
wow. So no hold. Instead, it's a face mask on Mahomet Seymour. The gain again to the 18, Dustin.
So a 6-yard pickup for Donsbach, and then whatever you get on the penalty besides.
And the ball's at the 18, so should be half the distance here. That should walk it down to the...
looks like they only moved it 5 yards.
I don't remember that penalty. So they'll call it at the 13, because I see where the side official's standing. So from the 18 to the 13 is gain of 5.
Yeah, it's a 5-yard penalty.
There's another handoff, and Donsbach near the 10 this time. So Trevor Donsbach has come in and been the pack mule for this series, and he's down to the 11-yard line, Dustin, gain of 2. So it's 2nd and 8. Thompson again up under center. There's the snap. Hand off again to Donsbach, and boy, that time Mahomet got in there in a hurry. They blitzed in a big way and take him down at the 15-yard line, 16-yard line.
Donsbach just got spun around, and all his momentum got thrown backwards, and as good as his first three carries have been, he didn't have anywhere to go there and got spun back for a big loss.
From the 11 to the 16, a 5-yard loss, in fact. So it's 3rd and 15 for the Hearts at the 16-yard line. It's 3rd down and a bundle. Thompson fakes the handoff, looking to throw, and it's knocked down. Boy, that was close to a pick. And nice job by Mahomet. Got a big paw out there and knocked that pass down, incomplete. So it's 4th down, and let's see what the Hearts do here on 4th and a whole bunch.
Just 61 seconds left in this half, and you've gotten the ball down to this end of the field where it would take a lot for Mahomet to do anything. I'd be inclined to take a shot here. Why not? Scoring has been hard to come by. I know that throwing the ball hasn't exactly worked out great most of the time, but this might be the time to just throw it in the end zone and hope.
There have been a couple that have connected pretty. Let's see about here. From the 16, looking to throw, up in the air, high toss, and a battle for it, and it goes incomplete, and it'll be Mahomet Seymour ball over on downs.
Duncan trying to do what he can along the sideline, but just no room to make that catch with the ball with a lot of air underneath it, giving the defense time to converge on the play. So at 55 seconds, Mahomet will get a little bit of time to try and do something here, but they've got 84 yards to play.
They called a timeout, you'll remember, so they're working with 2 timeouts. 55 seconds left in the first half. Still no score in this game between Mahomet Seymour and Effingham. And the Bulldogs have the ball 1st and 10 at their 16-yard line. Finch from the shotgun, nobody in the backfield. Barks out the signals. There's the snap, looking to throw. Here come the Hearts. Gets the throw away. It's caught out about 16 and a big head of steam. And he's coming in a hurry, and they can't get a tackle made, but a second man came up and stopped it. But it's a gain near 40-yard line, and that was a nice grab by Clay Hubble.
Stoneburner makes the stop. I will give Parker Wolf slowed him down a little bit for Stoneburner to come over and make the play. But yeah, Effingham brought a bunch of defensive pressure on the passer. Finch got rid of it to Hubble, and he was able to run a long way after the catch.
16 to the 39, a gain of 23, Dustin, and the new set of downs for Mahomet. Ball, the player did run out of bounds, and now Mahomet calls time. They also, like we are thinking, may not be many opportunities like this. So let's take a 30-second break, Gail. No score, Effingham and Mahomet, here on 97.9 XFM.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located South Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Evergreen Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is proud to announce their new outpatient therapy. Evergreen now offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies for their patients. If you need therapy, don't worry. Evergreen's outpatient therapy can help you too. Give Evergreen a call today for a tour.
46 seconds left in the first half. No score. Mahomet Seymour with the ball. Hearts playing defense at Mahomet's 39-yard line. Low snap, but Finch has it. Here come the Hearts. Finch gets away. They're going to try him again. He gets away again. There's a flag thrown. He gets away again. The pass play is complete out across the 35-yard line. Not much gain. I want to see what this flag's about.
Well, it seems like it's got to be a hold. As much running around was going on in the backfield there as Finch was scrambling for his life, and it is going to be a hold against Mahomet. So that pass caught by Brendan Hauser out to the 35-yard line, but it's going to come back before. So the penalty was at the 35, and they'll walk it back to the 25.
So the gain was to the 30 and then a 5-yard walk-off. So the ball at the 25. So the gain was to the 30, 10 yards on the hold, back to the 20.
Well, there was no gain because the original line of scrimmage was the 39, so they actually called that penalty in the backfield. So Finch is going to have to eat a four-yard loss, and then plus the 10-yard penalty.
So it's first and mucho yards for Mahomet Seymour at their own 25-yard line. Down to 31 seconds left. Snap to Finch. Here come the Hearts. Here goes Finch. Threw it across the middle. Hit a player's helmet, and it falls incomplete. And that'll bring up second down and a whole bunch. The throw by Finch, he, like Thompson's been a lot, running for his life, and the throw hit one of his teammates in the back of the helmet.
Just wasn't ready for it yet, probably because it was a timing play, and he had to get rid of it before he took a shot, but his receiver wasn't where he needed to be yet.
Down to 25 seconds in the first half. They're going to hand it off this time. They run it up the middle. Hearts do react well, and down he goes.
Jacob Stoneburner stood him up.
Stoney is going to sleep well tonight, Mom. I tell you what. A gain to the 33, so gave him 8. And that's a heck of a run considering the pursuit on him. And that is the end of the first half. So we battled to a scoreless tie at intermission. Opening night of the football season here at Mahomet Seymour High School. It's Effingham nothing, Mahomet Seymour nothing. Dustin has a world of stats for us. Gail will check on scores. We'll remind you the Illini are playing again in the NCAA, and that and more in a minute here on 97.9 XFM.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
ProLube of Effingham is more than just your favorite oil change shop. We sell and install all major brands of tires. Check engine light on? We also perform diagnostic and repair work. Call or stop by today for a free quote at ProLube of Effingham.
This is the Compass Advisory Group Halftime Show. For all of your insurance needs, contact Corey McDaniel at 347-9697.
Thanks again to all our football sponsors, but thanks to our pregame and halftime and postgame sponsors, Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota on the pregame, Compass Advisory Group here at halftime, and Pro Rehab, our postgame sponsor for football this season. So thanks to John and the gang for joining us on football. At the half, it's Effingham nothing, Mahomet Seymour nothing. It was such a discouraging half, they've turned the scoreboard off. Nobody wants to see that. I think they're going to get it back up and going here in a minute. So no score, Effingham and Mahomet Seymour. Here's where Greg usually recaps the scoring. Okay, I've done that because there is none. And it's been a game mostly of attrition, I think. The Hearts defense has been as advertised. They have played well. They've been put in tough situations, and they have denied Mahomet Seymour on a continuous basis of any opportunity to score. And if you reflect over the half, you'll realize that the Hearts have pretty much consistently put Mahomet Seymour in worse field position each possession of that first half. So the defense doing a nice job, and a particular shout out to Jacob Stoneburner, who's going to have a monster load of tackles here as Dustin has the opportunity to recap the stats, we will let you know that he's certainly in double figures as far as tackles already here at halftime. So no score, Effingham and Mahomet Seymour. We'll mention again that next week it's the home opener and it's homecoming for Effingham. It's homecoming week this coming week at Effingham, and we'll be talking in the news about all the different events going on, get some photos of the homecoming court. Some of the football players are among those that are vying for homecoming king, so we'll keep you up to date on that, and we'll let you know about coronation and all of that sort of thing, because in this COVID-laden world in which we live, we're not quite sure how that'll come off, but Student Council always does a wonderful job, and Pep Club and everybody else who has something to do with homecoming. So it's coming up this week at Effingham High School, and we'll let you know day by day what's happening there. Dustin has a lot of stats to work on. Gail's still gathering scores. Let's remind you that earlier today in college basketball at the NCAA tournament, we were watching two games in particular. Sad that the season ended for Utah State today. It was such a thrill that an Effingham native, Curran Walsh, was part of the staff, is part of the staff at Utah State. Morgan Rhodes is his girlfriend, so got a T-Town connection too, and they unfortunately lost today to Texas Tech. 65-53 was the final score, but hey, they won 20 games and they made it to the big dance. So congratulations to Curran and all the folks at Utah State on a great season. For you Illini fans, a little nervy at the start. They were a little slow coming out of the gate, but holy cow, did they catch fire about midway through the first half, and it was no looking back from that point. Illinois beat Drexel 78-49, and as we sometimes say, it could have been worse. 78-49 the final, as the Illini put on a clinic today, and so they'll be in action again on Sunday in second round action.
They'll be playing Loyola. Loyola Chicago, they got their win over Georgia Tech in that 8-9 game. It's a tough draw for Illinois. Loyola, by any advanced metric that you look at, is one of the top 15 teams in the country, and byproduct of playing in a mid-major conference and just not being a big-name school, they got busted down to an 8 seed. So,
and the Sister Jean factor.
That is true. It's kind of hard to root against that, isn't it? But I'll take one for the team there.
There you go. All right, so Illinois and Loyola coming up on Sunday. Let's take a break, Gail. Dustin will be back with scores, and then we'll come to you, or with stats, and then we'll come to you for scores. No score here. Effingham and Mahomet Seymour in the football opener on 97.9 XFM.
Local, secure, enduring, and more convenient than ever. Washington Savings Bank is located in Effingham, Mattoon, and anywhere you are with their 24/7 virtual branch. Enjoy the conveniences of banking with all the services offered at Washington Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located South Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
All right, we're back at Mahomet Seymour at Frank Dutton Field in Mahomet, Illinois. Opener of the 2020 season, or the 2021 Round 1 season, because we'll have more football this fall, Lord willing, so we'll put it that way. But this, I guess, officially is the 2020 season, since we didn't have one.
The 2020-21, I guess, and next season will be the 21-22 season, right? I guess as far as school years go. But yeah, it's a little strange.
Here we are doing football in March.
Yeah, usually it's the end of the year when there's no leaves left on the trees, right? Instead of the very beginning. But all the trees across the field from us are bare because it's not quite spring yet. It's all backwards and turned around. And, I think that things are a little backwards and turned around for both of these teams so far in the first half. They're still getting a feel for things, but we'll get there.
Let's run through some scores from the area. Thanks, Gail. Effingham and Mahomet Seymour, again, no score here at halftime. Other scores in the area, Pana in the first quarter leading Gillespie 7-0. I know some Panther fans in the area. Also, it is Charleston 7, Lincoln 0. That's in the second quarter. Again, Charleston, the Hearts' opponents next Friday night at Klosterman Field. Carlinville is leading Greenville 7-0 in the second quarter. Boy, Greenville's had a great program for many years now. Monticello is leading Bloomington Central Catholic in the second quarter, 12-7. Back in Apollo Conference action in the second quarter, it's Mount Zion 14, Mattoon nothing. Again in the second quarter, Taylorville 13, Pontiac nothing. In the fourth quarter, Cumberland is playing Maroa Forsyth. Now, it was supposed to be Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond at Cumberland tonight. It ended up being Cumberland at Maroa Forsyth. So some changes there. And in the fourth quarter, Cumberland is leading Maroa Forsyth 21-10. So that score. Hey, Gail.
I have an update on that. Cumberland wins final 21-16.
Well, good for the Pirates.
So it's almost like Gail knows somebody in Cumberland or something.
It's almost like she went to high school at Cumberland.
Interesting.
Because she did.
The thing I'm noticing about these scores, Greg, is that it doesn't sound like this is the only place across the state where scoring's been a little tough to come by. There were a lot of close games and nothing particularly high scoring.
Point made, Mr. White. First quarter score, Meridian 6, Okaw Valley nothing. No, it's 6-6. Sorry, 6-6 the score. And in the first quarter, St. Teresa leading Clinton 14-0. So those scores.
I mean, that 14-0 score is pretty much as close to a rout as you got on that list.
At Cumberland with those 21 points, they are stacking it up there.
Somebody stopped the Pirates.
That's right. So they are 1-0. Again, Newton plays tomorrow, and they're going to play all their games on Saturday. I found out this morning from an Eagles fan. Newton's going to play all their games on Saturday. They're going to play in the daytime. They think it'll be a little warmer.
Get a little sunshine in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the fans probably appreciate that to a certain extent. The ones that are able to be at the games. It could be a little nicer for them, I suppose, and maybe getting there on a Saturday afternoon is a little easier than on a Friday night. But, it's a bizarre season, so why not try some things, right?
You bet. Work on your tan.
Think outside the box, yeah.
Absolutely. Dustin's going to give those stats when we're back in a minute. It's Effingham nothing, Mahomet Seymour nothing here on 97.9 XFM.
Evergreen Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is proud to announce their new outpatient therapy. Evergreen now offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies for their patients. If you need therapy, don't worry. Evergreen's outpatient therapy can help you too. Give Evergreen a call today for a tour.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
And HSHS St. Anthony's Memorial Hospital, where Mackenzie White's mom works, and it's Mackenzie's birthday today.
Yeah, it's a little confusing for her, for me to be off doing a football game on her birthday. It's not something she's used to, but we're all making our adjustments, and we'll get her taken care of this weekend. We've got a fun weekend for our plans, so we'll get that out of the way. Let's get some stats out of the way, Greg.
Good idea.
It won't take too long to read through them. Mahomet outgained Effingham 175 yards to 143 in the first half. The Bulldogs 9 first downs on 6 rushing first downs, 3 by the air. The Bulldogs ran the football 25 times for 118 yards. That's a 4.7 yard average. That's not too bad. But completed just 4 of 13 passing plays for 57 yards. Effingham, meanwhile, 7 first downs tonight, 4 on the ground, 2 through the air, 1 by penalty. They ran the ball 21 times for 76 yards. That's only 3.6 yards per carry. And a dozen passing plays for Effingham, only 3 completed for 67 yards. So at the end of the half, you had Effingham 33 total plays for 143 yards. Mahomet 38 plays for 175 yards. So really, just nothing explosive. No turnovers, no scoring, obviously, to talk about. No kick returns, no punt returns. There was only 1 punt in the first half, and it was a 15-yarder. Each team fumbled once, but it was on center exchanges. Quarterbacks falling on it. Yeah, so no turnovers. Penalties, Effingham only penalized one time for 10 yards. Mahomet a little more, got away from them a little bit more. They were penalized 5 times for 45 yards. And time of possession pretty well even at 12:26 for Mahomet, 11 minutes and 34 seconds for Effingham. So, you know, the team numbers, there's just nothing that jumps off the page at you, really. Take a look at the individual stats. I'll start with Mahomet Seymour. They had 4 different guys run the football, a little more spread around in their rushing game. Skylar Yancey is their leading rusher with 47 yards. He did that on 8 carries and was kind of their first guy out of the gates to take some carries. Clay Hubble is up to 20 yards on 3 carries, and then their quarterback, Braden Finch, is taking it the most times, 11 carries for 41 yards. Probably 2 or 3 of those not necessarily by design, but, he has been an effective runner. He has the long carry of the game at 28 yards. And then Nolan Nierenhausen got in on the act a little bit toward the end of the half. He's got 3 rushing attempts for 10 yards. We mentioned Finch. He's thrown the ball 13 times, completed 4 passes, hasn't been intercepted, 57 yards. His favorite receiver so far is Clay Hubble. So Hubble not only with his 20 rushing yards, but 47 receiving yards on 3 catches. And then Dream Morgan had 1 reception as well for 10 yards. And I don't really have any defensive or special teams numbers to read off for you because there were no turnovers, takeaways, fumbles, anything like that. Just the 15-yard punt for Finch, and also a 15-yard kickoff return, the only kickoff return of the first half. That one belonged to Tyler Lewis of the Bulldogs. As far as Effingham goes, it was pretty much Chase Woomer for most of the first half as far as running the ball goes. He had 16 carries for 60 yards. His long run of the night, 9 yards. And then Trevor Donsbach got in there toward the end of the half and ended up taking 4 carries for 17 yards, 14 of them coming on his first touch of the night. And then Nathan Thompson only had technically 1 rushing attempt. Of course, it was recovering a dropped snap, so he lost a yard. That goes in the book as a rushing attempt. But 21 running plays, 16 of them went to Chase Woomer, as expected. We expected him to be the horse in the backfield, and he has been. Thompson, first game as a starting quarterback for Effingham, completed 3 of 12 passes for 67 yards, including a 32-yarder and a 30-yarder to Tristan Duncan. Duncan has all 3 of those catches for 67 yards, so as we mentioned, every yard he puts in the book is just adding to the record he already owns, and every catch that he takes is adding to the record he already owns. And God willing, if we get a touchdown tonight from him, that'll be adding to a record he already owns. So, Tristan has obviously been a focus of the Mahomet defense also, and at times, Thompson has tried to force some balls into him, and at times has been able to thread the needle through some defenders and get it to him. Nathan has thrown a couple of really good balls tonight, and he's been off the mark on a couple of them, and I think it's pretty much what you would expect from a guy in his situation that is not only making his first varsity start, but also just, playing football in March and getting, basically a week of real practice to get ready for it. And, Armando Estrada had the opening kickoff of the game for 54 yards, and that's really all the special team stuff I've got for you because Effingham hasn't had to punt. Both of these teams have pretty much gone for it on 4th down. They've been in that position. Nobody's gotten closer than the 18-yard line as far as, potential scores. Mahomet had a long possession, their first of the game, in fact, where they ran. If you'll indulge me, I'll count the plays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16 plays, but they couldn't punch it in, and they haven't been that close since, and that's really been as much as anybody has threatened.
Thank you, Dustin. I appreciate that. I did realize that I didn't mention our special teams guys. On special teams, Austin Herbeth is the long snapper. Trevin Benavides the punter. Bo Hefner and Ozzie Angel will be the kickers. Armando Estrada will handle kickoffs. And Parker Wolf and Garrett Wolf will be the holders. Parker will be the punt returner. And Keegan Baker, Trevor Donsbach, Chase Woomer, and John Westendorf will all return kickoffs, which I'm sure we will have some.
Well, we'll get at least one because Mahomet's got a kickoff to start this second half, so we'll get at least a check in with that personnel. But we said in the opening of this game, you shouldn't have any expectations. There's just no way to know what to expect. And I think this game has been played very much like a game between two teams that have gotten 2 weeks of practice. It's not what they're used to. They're used to having summer contact days and really getting to be able to work things out, and they just didn't have that, and so things haven't always been crisp.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much all there is to it. It doesn't mean that the teams are bad. It just means that they're in a bizarre situation, and we get now to where we have 24 minutes of football left, and it really could come down to which team manages to score a point in some way here. It really does seem like the way this game is feeling.
See that big guy over on the Hart sidelines? Funny to see Obie Farmer over there after watching him coach basketball for 18 games this season. But he's an integral part of this coaching staff. And one thing I like about Brett Hefner and the coaching staff is that they are really good at spotting things early that you might see come back to visit in a game later. And we'll see what the second half brings.
Well, and of course, another guy over there who's seen a football game or two.
You mean Mr. McDonald?
Just helping out,
Coach Mack, again, part of the crew. So it's a good veteran compliment, and nice that everybody could be back this year. And unless I'm missing somebody, I think all the coaching staff's back this year, and that's pretty special. So we'll see what the second half brings. We only have 5.5 games left this season.
You always talk about football flying by real fast. Well, no year more than this one.
So we're ready for the second half kickoff. It's Effingham nothing, Mahomet Seymour nothing. The kick from the 40, high and end over end, and the Hearts are going to return it. Oh, they dropped it, and the ball's loose, and I think Effingham retained possession, but that got scary for a minute. It's finally grabbed over there, and eventually...
It's Evan Weymouth, number 45, who came out of the pile with the football. I don't know that he was the guy who was initially there to catch the kick, but it was a pop-up kick, a very short one for Nolan Nierenhausen.
So the ball ends up at Effingham's 25. So from the 40 to the 25, a 45-yard kickoff. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Hearts at their 25-yard line. And here's where we set up shop to start this second half. Again, next week, Hearts at home against Charleston. Homecoming at EHS. Nate Thompson back up under center to start this second half. Handoff goes to Chase Woomer, who caught his breath there when Donsbach came in. Gets it out to the 30 on the first play of the second half. So a game of 5, and it's 2nd and 5. Thanks to Matt and everybody here at Mahomet Seymour. Matt Hensley is the athletic director, and he is a gentleman and been a friend for many years, and we appreciate his hospitality.
We're sitting indoors out of the weather.
You betcha. At the 30, 2nd and 5, Thompson up under center. Handoff. Oh, boy, and there's nothing. Woomer got stopped before he ever got back to the line of scrimmage. Nice reaction by Mahomet Seymour. Woomer loses 3 back to the 27, and that will make it 3rd and 8.
Yeah, I think 3 was probably the number of Navy jerseys that were pulling him down to the turf by the time he tried to get to the line of scrimmage, and that's not going to work out too well for Chase too often.
So, 3rd and 8. Still no score. We're a minute into the second half, and frankly, there haven't been a lot of times when scoring looked likely. Let's see what Thompson can do here on 3rd and 8. There's the snap, looking to throw. Pass is caught. What a tough catch. It looks like it's going to be shy of the first down. And what a grab out there. That's Holden Lewis, and he went way up to make that catch. And it is marked at the 32, so a gain of 5. And that'll leave us with about a 4 and 3, and the Hearts are going to punt.
Yeah, and so it's going to be the first time out there for Trevin Benavides to do his punting duties, filling in for Dawson Witten, who had 2 great years as Effingham's punter.
Sure did.
Interested to see what we get here.
And again, the long snapper this year is Austin Herbeth, so they both have to do a good job. Herbeth does, and that's a nice kick. Out inside the 35, and then the return man lost it, and he got hammered back to about the 30-yard line, and boy, that went well. So for the first punt of the season, A-OK. They're going to give them more than I thought they would.
Yeah, Hayden Nelson was the punt returner, and he muffed that one at the start and could never really get his feet underneath him, but it is out to the 32, so pretty good punt.
From Effingham's 32 to Mahomet Seymour's 32. That's 36 yards. And so it's 1st and 10 for Mahomet Seymour at their 32. 9:52 left in the third quarter. Still no score in this game. Finch, again from the shotgun, immediate handoff, and not much. Boy, does he go down in a hurry. Nice reaction by the Hearts. Stoneburner gets his 500th tackle, and he's helped out there by Herbeth, Austin Herbeth, and about a yard to the 33. So 2nd and 9, and that was Nierenhausen again. He's gotten busier lately. Yancey was the man early. There's a snap, and they about didn't get it done, and the quarterback keeps, and a gain to the 40. So that'll bring up 3rd down. Gain to the 40 is a gain of 7. And so that'll bring up 3rd down and about 2. There's Stoneburner again. Who else is out there for the Hearts? Trying to name some other guys. Zach Slifer in on that one. All right, let's see what happens here on 3rd and 2. From the 40. Long count. Longer count.
Jump.
Really long count. Checking the crowd. Still waiting. There's the snap, and they throw out here in the flats, and it's caught, and it's a 1st down. Boy, the first man missed the tackle, and the gain is to the 45, and that's enough for a 1st down.
Yep, Hubble making that catch in the left flat, and Mahomet moving the chains here.
Gain to the 45. Needed 2, got 5, so 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their 45-yard line.
Hubble with 4 of the 5 receptions for Mahomet, and mostly just short little passes and letting him do the work after the catch.
So a 1st down at the 40. Here's the handoff. Coming to the near side, that's Hubble, and he ran out of bounds shy of the 45-yard line.
Yeah, he's going to be about a yard short of the 1st down, but a pretty good 1st down carry nonetheless, getting it across midfield and really opening up the playbook for Mahomet here on 2nd and short.
To Effingham's 46, so a 9-yard gain at 2nd and 1.
Hubble hadn't carried the ball in a while. He's up to 29 yards on 4 running plays.
Finch from the gun, waits on the snap. There it is. He's looking to throw this time. Here come the Hearts, and boy, he got hit just as he let that ball go. And the Hearts might have had a pick. It's incomplete, as it turns out.
Nope.
I thought he waved it off.
Gunnar Franklin with the interception, yeah.
The official I saw wave off the play. Once he got there, then he saw that it was intercepted. And so it's going to be Effingham football. It went up for grabs, and again, the fact that Finch got hit right about the time he let go of the ball caused that to come up a little short. And so the Hearts get the ball back on the pick. They are at the 17-yard line. Help me out here, side official. 17-yard line. So the pass was good from the 46 to the 17, so that's 29 yards.
Intercepted, so...
And so it ends up the pick, and the Hearts carry the first possession of this series. And about a 1-yard, 2-yard gain. They're going to spot it at the 18-yard line, so gain of 1, and it's 2nd and 9. Just under 8 minutes left in the third quarter of this game. Still no score between Effingham and Mahomet Seymour. Yeah, I just was letting them know how far the throw went before the pick. So Thompson, handoff, Woomer up the gut, got it out across the 20 to about the 23-yard line. Dustin, let's call it the 23, so gain of 5, and they'll make it 2nd and 5, or 2nd and 3rd and 4. Pardon me.
It'll be 3rd and 5.
And for whom the bell tolls. If it tolls for me, I'm nervous. All right, 3rd and 5. They've got it right on the board now. All right, Thompson up under center. A lot of people moving on defense for Mahomet. There's the handoff. Oh, the Hearts got a big hole built for Wilmer, and he gets it near the 35-yard line. Plenty enough for a 1st down. Nice job of hitting the hole there. Chase took care of the rest. A gain to the 34, so from the 23 to the 34, gain of 11, and Hearts have a new set of downs.
That's Chase's best run of the night. His 21st carry gets him up to 79 yards.
So 1st and 10 for Effingham. Hearts moving all kinds of people. Castillo drops back into the eye now as the blocking back. Here's the handoff to Woomer, the tailback. Huge hole, and he's out across the 45-yard line for another Hearts first down.
I thought maybe that was going to be an even bigger gain, but the Mahomet defense closed in on him there as he got into the second layer, but still out to the 47, so another 13-yard gain, and he's surpassed his best run of the night 2 times in a row here.
Hearts have made some changes, and the holes are getting bigger. So out to the 47-yard line. New set of downs. Hearts are set. Now Mahomet's set. Here's the handoff. Again, it's Woomer. He picks his way up the middle and gets near midfield before they bring him down. Might have got 2 spots at the 49. Yeah, gain of 2. So it's 2nd and 8, pardon me. Next week, Hearts home to Charleston for homecoming. And with the changes the governor's made in the formulas, be sure to stay tuned for further information about how many people and how the tickets are going to be distributed and whether it's just the kids handing them out or what. Just stay tuned. Great run up the middle by Woomer. Gets near the 40-yard line of Mahomet Seymour this time, and the Hearts are really starting to open things up the gut. Chase to the 42-yard line, so a gain of 10 to Mahomet Seymour's 42-yard line. No score in this game. 5:34 to go, third quarter. Holden Lewis breaks the huddle first. He and Tristan Duncan are both split out here to the near side. So let's see if a pass play is a-cooking or whether they'll run it up the middle. Thompson up under center. Handoff up the middle to Woomer in a huge hole. He's still on his feet. He's inside the 30 and now a late flag. The ball is near the 27-yard line. Great run by Chase Woomer to the 27. Now let's see what the flag's about. A couple of officials back here in the backfield talking. Hold on Hearts.
So they put that flag at the 36, as it turns out. So Woomer will get 6 yards, and then they'll walk it back to the 46. So tough penalty, but put 6 more yards up for Woomer, who's up to 25 carries now, 109 yards. He has surpassed that century mark.
Not bad for your opener. So it is at the 46-yard line of Mahomet Seymour. And that'll bring up a 1st and 14 for the Hearts. So the hold is costly on that one.
Yeah.
See how the Hearts bounce back because Woomer had a big hold, but maybe the hold was part of the reason, right? Thompson looking to throw. Looking across the middle. There's the throw, and boy, the guy's getting held, isn't he? Where's a flag?
Yeah, I'll tell you, Connor Thompson, the tight end, was in the process of being wrapped up before that ball got there, but they call it good coverage, I guess, and that is an incomplete pass.
Well, good. If you're knocking a guy down, that's good coverage. Incomplete is the call, no flag, and it's 2nd and 14. I can't imagine that there wasn't a flag thrown there.
Yeah, I'd like to think I'm not just seeing things through rose-colored glasses there. I mean, it certainly looked like a little early to me.
Somebody must have got screened. All right, 2nd and 14. Hearts still with the ball at Mahomet's 46. Thompson's going to throw again, going deep. Got a man deep. Come on. It's overthrew him. Incomplete.
Yeah, Tristan Duncan was able to create a ton of separation and man coverage there along the far sideline, but Thompson just overthrew the spot by a significant amount and wasn't able to make the catch. So now we're down to a 3rd and long, 14 yards here.
4:43 left in the third quarter. Clock stops on the incomplete pass. Effingham looking to get on the scoreboard. So's Mahomet, for that matter.
Getting some different personnel in there. Looks like I see Dalton Fox lined up there. Looks like he's going to be in the receiver role on the far side here with Tristan Duncan lined up on the near.
And Thompson up under center on 3rd and long. There's the snap, looking to throw. Here comes Mahomet. There's the pass. It's caught this time. Woomer, nice run after the catch. He's inside the 40-yard line. Not a first down, but manageable yardage perhaps now on 4th down.
Yeah, it does at least get you to a place where you feel like maybe you can do something with it. That's an 8-yard reception.
to the 38-yard line. 4:21 left in the third quarter. Charleston in front of Lincoln at halftime, 34-0.
There we go. There's some scoring.
Thank you, Mr. Woltman. 4th and 6th here for the Hearts. They are inside Mahomet's 40-yard line. There's the snap. Rolling. Here's the pass. Caught out there by Herbeth, and he has the first down and then some. Still on his feet. He's out inside the 20-yard line, perhaps, by the time they get that taken care of. Austin Herbeth, nice catch, nice run after the catch, and the Hearts got the first down. They had a lot of yardage to take care of on 4th down, and they got a bundle.
13-yard line is where they're saying they spotted that, so that'd be a 25-yard pickup.
From the 38 to the 13, exactly right. So 1st and 10 for the Hearts at Mahomet's 13-yard line. 3:45 to go third quarter. No score in this game. Thompson, there's the snap, there's the handoff. Woomer, and he's about to the 10-yard line. Let's see about the spot. And the ball comes dropping out. And not going to be the 10. They mark it at the 11. So a gain of 2, and it's 2nd and 8.
And we were trying to make a little cut there at the line of scrimmage, and I just don't think the space at the time was there. And by the time he was going the other direction, the only direction he was going was to the turf. But 2 yards when you only got 13 to go, every little bit counts here.
All right, the Hearts change. They go back to the I. Duncan wide near side. Woomer up the middle. How about a touchdown, Effingham? Touchdown, Effingham. Chase Woomer, what a hole. And he hit it up the middle, cut to his right, and took it home.
Well, things have definitely opened up for Chase a little bit running the football in the second half, as he has got 3 double-digit carries and plus another 9-yarder. And most importantly, with just under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, somebody has scored. Effingham is on the board.
11-yard touchdown run for Chase Woomer to make it 6-0 Effingham. The score comes with 2:59 to go in the third quarter, and Bo Hefner's in to try the extra point. There's the placement. The kick's up. Looks good to me. The officials agree, and it's 7-0 Effingham. Back with the kickoff in a minute. 2:59 to go third quarter. It's Effingham 7, Mahomet Seymour nothing on 97.9 XFM.
ProLube of Effingham is more than just your favorite oil change shop. We sell and install all major brands of tires. Check engine light on? We also perform diagnostic and repair work. Call or stop by today for a free quote at ProLube of Effingham.
Local, secure, enduring, and more convenient than ever. Washington Savings Bank is located in Effingham, Mattoon, and anywhere you are with their 24/7 virtual branch. Enjoy the conveniences of banking with all the services offered at Washington Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
All right, Armando Estrada ready for the kickoff here for the Hearts. We'll recap the scoring drive here in a minute for you. Effingham on the board, first time this season. And they're still pitching a shutout. 2:59 to go third quarter. Effingham 7, Mahomet Seymour nothing. Here's Estrada's kickoff from the 40, and he blasts it right down to the far side. It's still rolling, heads out of bounds, and pins Mahomet Seymour some distance deep.
Did it get on the other side of the pylon before it went out of bounds? Did it get to touchback distance, or is it going to be a penalty?
I think they're still talking that over.
Because it was heading right for that front corner of the end zone. Low kick, and right along the sideline.
And I don't see a flag.
No, they're spotting it at the 20, so apparently.
Stayed in bounds. Nice job. So a touchback. So it's 1st and 10 at the 20. Nice kick by Armando Estrada to get things going right after the touchdown. 14 plays, 83 yards, took 5:18 off the clock, highlighted by Chase Woomer's 11-yard touchdown run. The kick was good by Hefner, and it's 7-0 Effingham. Let's see about that defense. As if they weren't already playing a good game, they ought to be fired up now.
Playing with a lead now.
Jacob Logan in the backfield. I've been watching his leg all through the game. He was limping earlier. Looks pretty good now. So maybe a Charlie horse he had to work out. Now we're getting it situated. to the middle of the field.
Yeah, they have the ball spotted on a hash mark instead of the dead center of the field. So they get that figured out, and now Mahomet will take over. Effingham's defense, this would be a good time for a quick stop, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. Finch from the shotgun. He's been there all night. Got the snap, throws it across the middle. It's caught, and down he goes out across the 20-yard line, maybe the 23. The catch by Hubble. Hubble with the grab. They'll spot it at the 23, so a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, he had snatched that one just off the turf before it hit the ground. Pretty low pass, and by the time he was able to straighten up and get running, he didn't have anywhere to go.
You're seeing the pursuit by Effingham taking its toll. Finch is getting rid of it really quickly. Here's a handoff up the middle, maybe to the 25. Boy, the defense fired up as expected after the Hearts score their first touchdown of the season. Bothman pops out of the middle. Austin Herbeth's down there having fun. Stoney's got his nose in there. It's a gain to the 26, so he got 3.
Yep, Skylar Yancey on the carry. 50 yards on 9 attempts for him now.
3rd and 4. Finch, snap, about his face mask, gets the throwaway. It's caught by Hubble, and it's good for a first down. Boy, he threaded the needle. Yep. Hearts had defenders on either side of him, and Hubble still made the catch and gets the first down.
That was a good throw and a good job, quite honestly, by Hubble to hang on to that one as he took a shot at the end of the play. A 10-yard reception and first down for the Bulldogs.
26 to the 36, so their drive continues. Minute 49 left in the third quarter, but the Hearts in front now, 7-0. Finch, the snap, the handoff up the gut, and Yancey gets close to the 40-yard line. And down he goes. And Slifer in the middle there for the Hearts. Zach Slifer. Gain to the 39, a gain of 3. So it's 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7 at their own 39. Minute 18 left in the third quarter. Finch ready. Got a man in motion, that's Hubble, and he gets the handoff going to the far side, a sweep, and the Hearts have it sniffed out pretty well, and down he goes, shy of the first down.
Yeah, Hubble's going to get a little gain out of that, but was never able to really turn the corner on that far sideline before running out of room from the out of bounds, and going to leave them with a third down.
To the 43, so give him 4, and it'll be 3rd and 3 for Mahomet Seymour at their 43-yard line. 7-0 Hearts, 40 seconds left now in the third quarter. Finch has played out of the shotgun all night. There's a flag on the sidelines. And
sideline warning.
Not a flag, just a warning.
Telling everyone to stay back.
All right. never a bad time to give somebody a warning. All right. Handoff up the middle for Mahomet.
Didn't get it.
And they are not anywhere near a first down. And is that a late flag that I saw? And the Hearts have the ball as they come up out of the scrum. And we may have a change in possession here, folks. Effingham gets the football.
Well, I think that maybe did I see Kalen Reardon, number 85, come out of the stack? Yes, Kalen Reardon with a fumble recovery.
The ball is going to be spotted for Effingham at Mahomet Seymour's 42-yard line. So on the play, loss of 1, and then the fumble, and then Effingham gets football.
So Effingham with its second takeaway of the half, and those turnovers could prove to be the difference in the game.
So the Hearts with the ball on the lead, and here's a throw to the sidelines, and Duncan had it and came out.
Squirted out.
He had a man right on his tail and maybe on his head, and the pass goes incomplete. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 with 18 seconds left in the third quarter.
Yeah, again, 2 defenders in the area. He has attracted a lot of attention and just no room for him to make that catch.
So the ball stays at the 42 of Mahomet Seymour. Hearts have it 2nd and 10. Thompson, there's the snap. Here's the handoff coming to the near side, and boy, he's got a big hole now. He tries to turn it back upfield, and Woomer gets it inside the 30-yard line, and that's a good way to end the third quarter. Nice run by Chase. They're going to spot it right at the 30, so a gain of 12, and that's good enough for another set of downs for Effingham, and that's how this third quarter will end. after 3, opening night here at Mahomet Seymour High School. Well, I'm taking a break, and they stopped the clock for the...
7 seconds left, apparently.
Well, so hang on a second, Gil. Don't play that commercial. So it's first down for the Hearts at Mahomet Seymour's 30-yard line. And now they start the clock, and now we're out of the third quarter. So there you are. So we played 3 at Mahomet Seymour High School. It's Effingham 7, Mahomet Seymour nothing. Here on 97.9 XFM.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located South Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Evergreen Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is proud to announce their new outpatient therapy. Evergreen now offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies for their patients. If you need therapy, don't worry. Evergreen's outpatient therapy can help you too. Give Evergreen a call today for a tour.
All right, we go to the fourth quarter. We're Mahomet Seymour High School. After 3, it's Effingham 7, Mahomet Seymour nothing. Points have been hard to come by for both these ball clubs. That's why it's ever more important that the Hearts take care of business here.
Donsbach lined up in the backfield for Effingham here.
Handoff. Keegan Baker gets it and turns it upfield, and they helped him closer back to the line of scrimmage, but that didn't work. Yeah, it was noticed by the Hall of Famer here, Larry Wilson, who made the trip along with us tonight, that looked like Woomer might have been limping some as he was headed off the field there at the end of the third quarter. And he's not back here.
Yeah, and so they had Donsbach in the backfield, and Baker was actually lined up wide left and came across to take that handoff, but didn't fool anybody. Lost a 2, third or second and 12 now.
Up under center's Thompson. Boy, the old 6'6" Thompson, he's really got to scrunch down there to get down behind center. Throw across the middle, gets away incomplete. The intended receiver was Connor Thompson. So Thompson to Thompson, and it's incomplete. And that'll bring up 3rd and 12. Just into the fourth quarter, Hearts lead at 7-0 here at Mahomet. Next week, home to Charleston. Charleston winning big tonight. Kickoff at 7 o'clock at Klosterman Field. We'll have it for you. CJ's videotaping, by the way. That'll be the popsicle you might see over the next couple of days. He's up on top, and the video will be up soon.
As soon as he thaws out.
Now we've got a timeout. Mahomet Seymour. So the Bulldogs call timeout. 11:17 left in this one. It's Effingham 7, Mahomet Seymour nothing. Here on 97.9 XFM.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
ProLube of Effingham is more than just your favorite oil change shop. We sell and install all major brands of tires. Check engine light on? We also perform diagnostic and repair work. Call or stop by today for a free quote at ProLube of Effingham.
There's the snap. Thompson, the throw, the catch by Parker Wolf, and he is inside the 10-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and goal to go for the Hearts.
Yeah, nice little pass play. Wolf ran to one sideline with it and then realized he was out of room, doubled back, and was able to add a little bit more yardage to the end of the play.
Old number 5 gets it inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. So from the 32 to the 9, a gain of 23 yards for the Hearts, and they have it 1st and goal to go. There's 11:07 left in this one. We'll talk with Coach Hefner on the postgame show. Stick around for that. Thompson, there's the snap. Here's the handoff coming to the near side. That's Donsbach still on his feet into the end zone for a touchdown. Touchdown Effingham as Trevor Donsbach carries the wood, and the Hearts extend their lead to 13-0. Well, that pass play set up that run. We had needed a pass play, and the completion was there, and that got the Hearts inside the 10. Donsbach took care of the rest, and boy, the line has just blocked great tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, especially the second half, things have opened up quite a bit as Wimmer has got 74 yards, and now Donsbach with a 9-yard touchdown run. It's been a lot smoother sailing running the football for the Hearts in the second half.
Ozzie Angel the kick, Wolf the placement. The kick's up. It is good. And the Hearts extend their lead. 14-0 Effingham. 10:53 left. Back with a kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Local, secure, enduring, and more convenient than ever. Washington Savings Bank is located in Effingham, Mattoon, and anywhere you are with their 24/7 virtual branch. Enjoy the conveniences of banking with all the services offered at Washington Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located South Route 45 here in Effingham or at danheck.com.
Score came with 10:53 left. A six-play, 42-yard drive took a minute 31 off the clock, highlighted by the 9-yard run by Trevor Donsbach. Ozzie Angel's kick was good, and the Hearts lead at 14-0 now. Here's the kickoff, and he blasts it down the middle. And Estrada gets it to the 10. That's where Mahomet returns from, and they're out across the 30 and near the 40 before he's driven out of bounds by Keegan Baker. And there's a flag.
There is no flag, sorry.
All right, there is no flag. It's kind of like first there was and then there wasn't. Who was that? It was like, who sang that? Donovan. First there was a mountain, then there was a mountain, then there was. Yeah. See, some of you more experienced listeners know what I'm talking about.
I've heard of the person that you're talking about anyway.
The return is to the 39-yard line. That's where Mahomet Seymour will set up shop. First and 10 for the Bulldogs, but the Hearts lead at 14-0 now with 10:46 remaining. Here's a handoff. They run it up the gut. Nice run out across the 45 by the time he is taken down. That is Nierenhausen, and he got taken down out there by Mr. Alex Boffman, but not before a gain to the 48-yard line.
That's more than I thought he got.
9-yard gain. 2nd and 1. Hearts by 2 touchdowns now. Finch stays in the gun. And a long count. Hearts haven't jumped yet. There's the snap. He fakes the handoff, coming to the near side, and down he goes. Boy, there is Stoney again. He gets the first down. Benavides is over there. Stoneburner, and one more Hart who gets peeled off the ground, and that's Herbeth. Well, I tell you, Herbeth and Stoneburner have been quite a combination, and Herbeth taking a minute here. He got whacked pretty good on that one.
Yeah, he's still crouched down on the right where the play ended up. And it's not a guy that Effingham wants to see coming up lane, but he tried to take a step, and now he's down on the turf.
From the 48, a gain into Effingham territory to the 46, so a 6-yard gain, and timeout while they come to tend.
Yeah, the Mahomet trainer came over right away and started stretching out Herbeth's left leg like perhaps a cramp. That would be the hope, I guess. You don't ever want to see a guy who can't walk away, but the hope would be that it's a cramp and not a muscle injury of some kind. It doesn't seem to be how they're treating it.
There, he's up on his feet. Good news. Austin Herbeth going to walk off under his own power, and it is a cold night, and we in the booth can forget that. CJ remembers, of course, he's up top. But low is supposed to be 28 degrees tonight, so nippy to be out here playing football. Gain is to the 46, so again, that brings up a new set of downs for Mahomet Seymour. 10:06 left in this one. Hearts lead it 14-0. 2 second-half scores have led to the lead the Hearts have built.
Well, and you really feel like for Mahomet Seymour, this is a make-or-break possession because they're not going to get too many times back with the ball, you wouldn't think.
Finch from the shotgun. Man in motion, that's Hubble. He gets the handoff. No, Finch keeps. He goes up the middle, still on his feet. He's near the 30-yard line before they take him down. So the fake handoff to Hubble. Finch kept, and he gets it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So a gain of 17 yards from the 46 to the 29. And 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
They really sell that fake, don't they? They kind of wrestle each other for the football for a second before Finch ultimately keeps it.
Here comes Hubble again. This time Hubble keeps. Coming to the near side, and boy, there's not much room, and down he goes. Hearts reacted well there. got away from the initial tackle, but nice job by Sean Cochran coming up and finishing him off. Number 30 gets the tackle. It's a gain to the 20.
23.
23, let's call it. Yeah, gain of 6. So it's 2nd and 4. Or long 3. I'll not quibble. Finch, low snap, but he got it. Hands it off. They come to the near side, and the Hearts sniff that out. And down he goes. Hello. There's Stoney again.
Stoneburner.
Parker Wolf, and also in the fix there's Kalen Reardon.
Yeah, Kalen Reardon, Parker Wolf all in on the play. So Nierenhausen didn't have anywhere to go with that one. Maybe picked up a yard.
Call it the 22. Yeah, let's be kind. Gain of 1 to the 22. So it's 3rd down and a couple of yards. Finch, handoff, up the gut. See ya. Down he goes for a big loss. Nice job. There's all kinds of Hearts. Stoneburners in there again.
Cochran, Gabe Keeney was in there.
Keeney, yeah. So lots of people helping. And that'll bring up 4th down. And you know they'll go for it at this point.
Yeah, I don't think there was any gain on the play. Looked like back to the line of scrimmage.
They spotted at the 21. Side officials at the 21, so they gave him 1. So 4th and less than 2. This is make or break time for Mahomet. There's the snap. Here's the handoff. He turns upfield. That's Hubble, and he has the 1st down. He gets it inside the 15-yard line. Yep. So they keep this drive going.
And really, they're keeping their game alive because we're under 8 minutes to go here. Down 2 scores, just the way things have gone.
Call it the 14, Dustin. I'm sorry.
They got to get something going here.
Gain of 7. New set of downs. There's the snap. Finch keeps, comes to the near side, and hanging on for dear life are the Hearts. He falls forward inside the 10. And, boy, that was just a bunch of kids going at it.
Yeah, he ran most of that with Caleb Reardon hanging on his back. Caleb Reardon was all over him.
He gets a gain to the 8. So give him 3 from the 11 to the 8. And there's the snap and the pitch this time. And it's inside the 5, and he's still on his feet, and he's in for the touchdown. The run for the touchdown, good for Nolan Nierenhausen. Takes it in from the 8, and that makes it a 14-6 game. The officials are talking. There is a flag.
Ooh.
And it's a hold, and it's on Mahomet. Or face mask, maybe. But you wouldn't have a defensive face mask.
Well, you could.
I guess you could. Yeah, sure you could.
I wish I had seen that before I circled that play in red on my score sheet. It's going to be confusing.
It's coming back to the 15-yard line. So Mahomet's thinking, holy cow, we scored, now we got to do it again. So it's 2nd and 11. Mahomet with the ball at Effingham's 15-yard line. Now we're down to 7 minutes to go, and Hearts up 2 touchdowns. Let's see what Finch does here. 2nd and 11. There's the snap. He's looking to throw. Here come the Hearts. He's on the run. He's got him in his grasp, and down he goes back near the 30-yard line.
Yep.
Zach Slifer got him first. Yeah. Slifer got in there. Also some help from Alex Boffman. And Finch didn't give it up till the end, and the Hearts sack him. It's back at the 29-yard line. So from the 15 to the 29, a loss of 14. And now it's 3rd down and 25, and now we're down to 6:28 to play in this game.
Well, I think how deflating this has to be for those Mahomet Seymour players. They thought they were in the end zone, and now it's 3rd and 25 from nearly 30 yards away.
And no points on the board, you bet. There's the snap to Finch, rolling to the far side, looking to throw. There's the pass. There's the catch, I think, down near the 10-yard line.
Boy, I don't think that felt too good. His receiver is slow getting up.
And
it was not caught.
It is not complete.
So Tyler Lewis couldn't come up with it. Took a shot at the end of the play besides. And, man, what a reversal this has been.
Stops the clock with 6:11 to go. Brings up 4th and 25 for Mahomet at the Hearts' 29-yard line. 14-0 Effingham. Score in the 3rd quarter. Score here in the 4th quarter. Hearts trying to get this season started with a win.
And if you're Effingham, you can give some nominal press coverage up here, pressure up on the line, but you're going to be dropping some people back.
Finch, ready. There's the snap. Rolling to the far side. Looking to throw back across the field. Still on his feet. There's the pass, and it is incomplete.
Oh, he dropped it. Goodness gracious. Dream Morgan had that ball in the end zone, and it just came free. It's so close to a touchdown.
And the Hearts had Gunnar Franklin back there on defense. It's incomplete, and the Hearts will get the ball on downs.
Honestly, a better look than I thought Mahomet would get at things, but works out for the Hearts.
So with 6:02 left, Effingham gets the ball back, leading 14-0. Yeah, I agree. Single coverage. That was pretty much anybody's ball. Nice job by Franklin of staying with it, and the catch was not made, so the ball goes to the Hearts on downs. So 1st and 10 for Effingham at their 29 with 6:02 remaining, leading 14-0. Nate Thompson up under center. There's the snap. Looking to handoff. Here's the handoff, and he gets it out across the 30-yard line. And I'm double-checking there's our buddy back, Chase Woomer, back in the game. That's good news.
Yep, good to see Chase Woomer back out there in this situation. And, yeah, at this point for Effingham, you'd like to move the football down the field and everything, but just don't turn it over. Run the ball, run some time off the clock, don't fumble it, and you ought to be in pretty decent shape.
Gave him 2 to the 31, so it's 2nd and 8. 5.5 minutes to go. Mahomet, I know at least has one timeout left.
Yeah, they've used one. They've got 2 left.
Up under center, big Nate Thompson. Here comes Mahomet. They give the handoff. Woomer got loose. He's out across the 35 before they take him down. So a good gain. That'll bring up 3rd down. Ball is spotted at the 36, so a gain of 5.
Well, and you know that Chase must be feeling pretty good. They must be pretty confident in how he feels, because the way Donsbach ran the ball when he's had the chance, like if it was even iffy or borderline, you would just say with Chase, let's just keep you on the sideline for the rest of this game. But they've got him out there in the fray, and that's very encouraging to see.
Ball has been advanced by the Hearts impressively here in the second half. They've got Duncan coming out here and Holden Lewis wide to the near side. Let's see if that's up to something here. There's the snap and the handoff, and that's Woomer, and he's on his feet, and he's near midfield before they take him down. Nice run by Chase Woomer.
Yeah, you get yourself another 1st down and start talking about daggers here, as Woomer gets a big carry there out near midfield, like you said.
36 to the 49, a 13-yard gallop for Chase Woomer. Hearts with a new set of downs, and the clock's down to 4:14 to go.
Yeah, he was at 60 yards on 16 carries at halftime. Now Woomer with 31 carries is up to 154, so a real big difference in the average yard per carry in that second half. I think Effingham has just worn them down in the trenches here as the game has worn on.
The adjustments the Hearts made at halftime have really made a difference. Thompson up under center. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. Big head of steam. Still on his feet. Going near the sideline. I think that's Donsbach, and he's near the 30-yard line.
Another 1st down.
Trevor Donsbach, heck of a run. Got up a good head of steam, and it's at the 31-yard line. So a big gain from the 49 to the 31. That's a gain of 20 yards for Trevor Donsbach.
Yep, they were just on the other side of midfield before that play, and so Donsbach up to 46 yards on 6 carries. Nice little, and plus a touchdown, which I'll have to go back and check, but probably his first varsity touchdown, I think. I'm not sure if he ever got in any of those late game situations last year or not. I guess I shouldn't speak out of turn.
Really good question. Deep man, Donsbach again. That tailback spot's been productive. He's going to the far sideline. He's inside the 20 near the 15-yard line before they take him down, and it's another Hearts 1st down.
And you just like to see it because it just shows that you have another option. And you're never sure until you start playing games who your guys are and what your options are. But Trevor is answering some questions with the way he has run the ball tonight.
So from the 31, a gain to the the 18, a gain of 13 for Donsbach. So he's picking up where Chase Woomer had left off. We're down under 3 minutes to play. Hearts in front, 14-0 here at Mahomet.
Taking their time in the huddle, gonna milk every second off that clock they can, as they are really starting to get into stranglehold position as far as their control of this game.
Boy, how big was that penalty on Mahomet Seymour, that last possession?
Complete game changer.
Holy cow. All right, here's the handoff deep back. Donsbach again. He's inside the 15 near the 13-yard line before they take him down. In fact, he's still on his feet. Now there's a whistle. And that let the clock run down to 2:20 to go.
The real irony of that is that it was the only penalty of the half for Mahomet. They had not been penalized up to that point.
Well, that's a point well taken. 4-yard gain, 18 to the 14. And we're down to 2 minutes to go in this one. Hearts in front, 4-0. Donsbach checks out on this play. And bringing in a couple of pass receivers on this play. Let's see what's up. Duncan and Lewis are both split out here wide to the near side.
Is it a diversion or will they actually throw? I think they'll still run.
And they do. And that's Keegan Baker this time. And he is near the 10-yard line, still on his feet, falls inside the 10. Heck of a run by Keegan Baker. Whew, lucky number 7.
Yeah, gonna give me a chance here to run full steam ahead. I'm going to keep going until somebody runs me into the ground, and that's what he did. Pretty good little pickup.
Football right on the 10. Dustin gain of 5. Down to 1:15 to go. Again, we'll talk with Coach Brett Hefner on the post-game show. Dustin will have all the stats. Gail will have scores. And I have some scoring to recap now.
Yeah.
14-0 Hearts with a minute left in this one. Let's see what happens. Nate Thompson going to get a win in his first varsity start as Hearts quarterback. Handoff, that's Baker again. Up the gut, and he's still driving. He's got it! Touchdown, Effingham! What a great run. Keegan Baker took it to the house. That makes it 20-0 Effingham. So the score comes with 48 seconds left in this one. Oh, my. What a pretty run. 10 yards, not hard to spot. And again, 48 seconds left in this one. Now they'll try the extra point. And I'm wanting to double check. I think that's Bo Hefner this time. From Parker Wolf's hold. There's the snap, the placement, the kick's up. Looks good to me. The officials agree, and it's 21-0 Effingham with 48 seconds left in the season opener. Back with the kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Evergreen Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is proud to announce their new outpatient therapy. Evergreen now offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies for their patients. If you need therapy, don't worry. Evergreen's outpatient therapy can help you too. Give Evergreen a call today for a tour.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Too happy that Hearts assistant coaches Kern McNeely and Aaron Adams just dropped in. And Aaron says hi. He said I was supposed to tell my parents hello. He did. Here's the kickoff. It's lands at about the 17-yard line. The return is out across the 30 and finally got blasted out of bounds. Somebody had one, Keegan Baker, who just scored the touchdown, knocks a return that out of bounds.
He's clapping his hands as he runs off the field. He's pumped up. He got in the end zone, and then he gets to go clean someone's clock. That's pretty good little minute, 10 seconds of game time for Keegan Baker. He's enjoying himself out there.
Bet. 42 seconds left in this one. It's 21-0 Effingham. Hearts scored at the end of an 8-play, 71-yard drive. Took 5:14 off the clock. 10-yard run for Keegan Baker for the score. Hefner's kick was good, and Effingham leads at 21-0. Finch on first down, rolling to the far side. Wants to throw, and it's caught, it looks like, at about midfield. Down to 35 seconds left.
Tyler Lewis, I believe, caught that. Yep.
All right, it is complete to Effingham's 49. So a heck of a pass play there. That's 39 yards. Well, let me see. From the
37, right?
Thank you. Yeah.
So a 14-yard pickup.
Very good. Clock stop while they get everything reset. See some hearts stretching out. Boy, it's a lot of exertion on a cold night. Hart's bringing in Boffman now. So Alex ready in the middle. And Mahomet looking to throw. Across the middle, caught by Hubble. He gets away from one receiver, going up one defender, gets it up the middle. He may go all the way. He gets away from one more diving tackle by Franklin, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. So Mahomet Seymour gets on the scoreboard in this game tonight. The score comes with 23 seconds left, and a heck of an effort there by Hubble as he scores to make it 21-6 with the extra point try coming.
Yeah, Effingham's going to walk away from here a winner, but I'm sure your defense was really excited about keeping that 0 on the scoreboard. But that's been pretty much the formula passing the ball for Mahomet tonight. Has been dump it off to Hubble. That's his 7th catch, and 49 yards for the score finally gets him on the board.
They try for the extra point. It's a line drive, but it's good, and that makes it 21-7. Score comes with 23 seconds left. So get back with a kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
ProLube of Effingham is more than just your favorite oil change shop. We sell and install all major brands of tires. Check engine light on? We also perform diagnostic and repair work. Call or stop by today for a free quote at ProLube of Effingham.
Local, secure, enduring, and more convenient than ever. Washington Savings Bank is located in Effingham, Mattoon, and anywhere you are with their 24/7 virtual branch. Enjoy the conveniences of banking with all the services offered at Washington Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
All right, a two-play 63-yard drive that took 25 seconds, and Hubble takes it to the house. A 49-yard run after the pass, and the kick's good by Nierenhausen, and so it's a 21-7 game. Again, with 25 seconds left, and everybody expects an extra onside kick, and it wasn't. They kick it semi-deep, and it's taken by Effingham at about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, Chase Woomer just fell on that one, basically.
So with 22 seconds left, Nate Thompson has to go out and take a knee. That's pretty much what's going to happen here, unless I'm greatly surprised. Hart's taking some time. I think Coach wants to take a minute to congratulate him on a job well done. I was talking about Kern McNeely and Aaron Adams coming by there a minute. Talk about a couple of great old football players for Effingham.
Yep.
You bet. And they aren't even old. Victory formation. Thompson takes the knee. And that's the show.
You always take the loss of a yard in the score sheet.
You bet.
You're the quarterback that gets to do that.
Undefeated as a varsity quarterback at Effingham, Nate Thompson leads the Hearts to a victory on opening night of this 2020 Asterix season. Final score, Effingham 21, Mahomet Seymour 7. Back with a post-game show in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located south Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Evergreen Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is proud to announce their new outpatient therapy. Evergreen now offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies for their patients. If you need therapy, don't worry. Evergreen's outpatient therapy can help you too. Give Evergreen a call today for a tour.
This is the Pro Rehab postgame show. Pro Rehab is your best choice for rehab. Call 217-606-3004.
Final score here at Mahomet Seymour High School on opening night. Effingham 21, Mahomet Seymour 7. So the Hearts 1-0, Mahomet Seymour 0-1. And in this quick 6-week season, getting the win in the opener is a big leg up on the competition. Nobody scored in the first half. We were at 0-0 at halftime, but the Hearts got the ball rolling in the second half. They scored with 2:59 left in the third quarter. That happened at the end of a 14-play, 83-yard drive that took 5:18 to complete, highlighted with a run from 11 yards out by Chase Woomer, and the kick was good and the Hearts had a 7-0 lead. So we had to go to the second half to finally get a score, but that put the Hearts in front. And then they scored again with 10:53 left in the fourth quarter at the end of a 6-play, 42-yard drive that took 1:31 to complete, a 9-yard run that was followed by a kick that was good, and the Hearts had a 14-0 lead in the contest. Hearts scored again with 48 seconds left in the game at the end of an 8-play, 71-yard drive that took 5:14 off the clock. And I tell you what, that was special because that just about took any possibility of Mahomet coming back to win the game out of the equation. Again, this drive took it down to 48 seconds to go, and the Hearts scored on a 10-yard drive. And I'm just wanting to double-check, Dustin, really quickly, and I didn't have the opportunity to write everybody down. Woomer scored, Donsbach scored, and Baker scored?
Yep, each scored one touchdown.
Thank you. Very good. So Donsbach got the 9-yard touchdown, Baker got the 10-yard touchdown, and Woomer got the 11-yard touchdown. So that's pretty consistent stuff. And the Hearts end up converting on all 3 kicks, 2 by Hefner and 1 by Ozzie Angel. And then Mahomet Seymour had a pass play for 49 yards. The kick was good. That was a 2-play, 63-yard drive, highlighted by Hubble's 49-yard run. And the kick was good, and that accounted for their 25-second scoring drive. And that came with 23 seconds left. The Hearts took a knee, and that was the show. And the final score in this one again tonight, Effingham 21, Mahomet Seymour 7, and the Hearts open the season with a win. That's a look at the scoring. Let's go ahead and take a break. Coach Hefner will join us on the post-game show. We'll also have the opportunity to get scores from Gale. Dustin working on all the stats in this one. It's all on the way in a minute here on 97.9 XFM.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
ProLube of Effingham is more than just your favorite oil change shop. We sell and install all major brands of tires. Check engine light on? We also perform diagnostic and repair work. Call or stop by today for a free quote at ProLube of Effingham.
We're back at Mahomet Seymour High School. Final score again, Effingham 21, Mahomet Seymour 7. All the scoring in the second half, but not nearly all the tackles. Thanks, guys, for the tackle sheet. I appreciate your efforts, and you had a lot of work to do tonight. First of all, a shout out here to Austin Herbeth. He finished with 9 tackles tonight. 9 tackles tonight for Austin Herbeth. Trevin Benavides had 6 stops tonight. I know you're all waiting for Jacob Stoneburner. He had, oh my mercy, 18 tackles tonight for Jacob Stoneburner. That is enormous. He just had a whale of a game. My goodness. Who else contributed? We mentioned that Sean Cochran had a tackle. Also tonight, Gunnar Franklin got a stop. 4 tackles for Jacob Logan. Zach Slifer had a big night too. 6 tackles and a sack. An 11-yard loss on that stop, by the way, for the sack. And Stoney also had a... no, take that back. Herbeth had the sack. The other sack for the Hearts. Who else had numbers? Let's see. Gabe Keeney ended up with 3 stops tonight. Also, 3 tackles tonight for, trying to make sure I get the right kid the credit. And that could be 58, Cohen Woods. And it could be 68, Logan Heil. I think maybe that's a 68. I think we talked about Logan with a stop early in the game. Again, the tackle for Cochran. 3 stops tonight for Alex Boffman. 2 tackles tonight for Keegan Baker. And 3 stops tonight for Kalen Reardon. So that's the tackle sheet. Thank you, gentlemen, for making sure we got to share that on the post-game show. So with all that said, let's send it to my friend and his, Dustin White, for the stats on this one.
Just figuring out the time of possession here real quick. Effingham, spoiler alert, dominated that in the second half. But, it was definitely a tale of two halves for Effingham's offense. The Hearts ended up outgaining Mahomet 355 to 318 in this game, and that is after trailing in total yardage after the first half. But they outgained Mahomet 212 to 143 after halftime, and ended up outgaining the Bulldogs 355 to 318 for the night. As far as the team stats, Effingham had 19 first downs to Mahomet's 17. Hearts 14 first downs by rushing, 4 by passing, 1 by penalty. Mahomet 10 first downs by rushing, 7 by passing, none by penalty. As far as running the ball, Effingham went from a 3.6 yard per carry average to a 5.2 yard per carry average by the end of the game. They ran the ball 44 times tonight for 227 yards and 3 scores, and were especially good after halftime. 23 carries for 151 yards, a 6.5 yard average in the second half. Meanwhile, Mahomet ended up seeing things turned away quite a bit in the running game. They ran the ball 180 yards on 42 attempts tonight. That's a 4.3 yard average, but that is because they were only able to accumulate 62 yards on 17 rushing attempts after halftime. So Effingham did a great job of clamping them down, holding them to more than a yard less per run, and really just keeping them off balance. Passing, neither team completed a ton of passes. Effingham completed 7 of 20 passes for 128 yards, while Mahomet completed 9 of 21 passes for 138 yards with 1 interception. Effingham did have 2 takeaways in this game, as they also recovered a Mahomet fumble. The Bulldogs fumbled 3 times, lost 1. Effingham put it on the ground a couple of times tonight, did not lose any. Each team punted once. Effingham's was a 36-yarder. Mahomet's was a 15-yarder, and kick returns really weren't there. Effingham returned a couple of kicks, but they were just fall-on-them type of jobs because, quite honestly, Mahomet didn't kick deep. And for the Bulldogs, they had 3 kick returns for 64 yards. Penalties, not really a big factor, except for the fact that Mahomet's 1 penalty in the second half was a killer. They were knocking on the door, had a big play, and then ended up, instead of being inside the red zone, ended up being backed way up. So their 1 penalty in the second half cost them dearly, but they were only penalized 6 times for 50 yards in the game. Effingham, just 1 penalty in each half, 2 penalties for 20 yards total, and again, the time of possession. Effingham dominated the second half, 14:34 to 9:26, which means that for the game, they had a 26:08 time of possession to Mahomet's 21:52. So those are your team numbers. We can graduate on to some individual statistics, and I will start with Mahomet Seymour. They got a 62 yards rushing from their quarterback, Braden Finch. He was their leading runner. 62 yards on 16 carries. Not far behind him in terms of yardage was Skylar Yancey at 53 yards. He only ended up taking 10 carries and not a whole lot after halftime. Clay Hubble, 46 yards on 7 carries, and Nolan Nierenhausen had 19 yards on 9 runs. Finch, again, 9 for 21 passing tonight for 138 yards. Now, more than a third of that came on the last throw of the game for him, a 49-yard touchdown throw to Clay Hubble. But, 9 for 21, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 138 yards for Braden Finch. And of those 9 receptions, 7 of them went to Hubble. He had 7 receptions for 114 yards, including that 49-yard touchdown catch. Tyler Lewis had a 14-yard reception, and Dream Morgan also with 1 catch. That was good for 10 yards. Hubble had 2 kick returns tonight for 49 yards. Lewis returned a kick for 15 yards. A punt return does go in the book for Hayden Nelson. It was for no yardage, as he just fell on it. And 1 punt for Braden Finch. That was a 15-yarder. Moving on to Effingham. Big night for Chase Wimmer, 154 yards on 31 carries. You do the math, that's basically 5 yards per attempt, just a touch under. One touchdown for him tonight. It was an 11-yarder, and man, business picked up for him in the second half. 94 yards on 15 carries for Chase in the second half. And Trevor Donsbach, good to see him and Keegan Baker both get in the end zone tonight. These are guys that saw some time last year, and when the game was under control and you wanted to get your lead back out, Donsbach and Baker got some time. Both those guys found the end zone tonight. Donsbach 63 yards on 8 carries, including a 9-yard touchdown run. Keegan Baker 12 yards on 3 carries, a 10-yard touchdown run for him, and then Nathan Thompson, a couple of will go in the book as rushing attempts, 2 yards lost. For Nathan Thompson, first varsity start as a quarterback, 7 for 20 for 128 yards. He found 5 different receivers by the time the game was all said and done. Tristan Duncan actually made the first 3 catches for 67 yards, and then that was the end of his night. But Holden Lewis had a 5-yarder. Chase Wimmer had an 8-yarder. Then Austin Herbeth with that big 25-yard catch, and, of course, Parker Wolf putting up a 23-yarder as well. Trevin Benavides, 1 punt for 36 yards. Gunnar Franklin, an interception. Kalen Reardon making his presence felt right away with a fumble recovery. And then you had Armando Estrada with 4 kickoffs by the time it was all said and done. He did a pretty good job tonight. So I might have been talking kind of fast. That's because Coach Hefner's made his way up to the press box, and you're more interested to hear what he has to say than me. So without further ado, turn over the headset to see what Coach has got to say about this season opening victory.
Thank you, Dustin. 21-7 the final score, all the scoring in the second half. And Brett, I said that one thing I've admired about Hearts Ball Clubs under your leadership is that you're good at making adjustments at halftime, and I could see that even though it was a scoreless tie at halftime, that things were going to change after the break.
Yeah, it was. It was weird evening, very weird evening, but. Yeah, it's tough to, you go into it and you have a pretty good idea of how you think it's going to go, and you tell yourself that, and it starts to go that way, and you still struggle with it because the last few teams we've had, we could score quickly, and some of the things like we got tonight, we would have taken our chances to try and score quickly, but with the limited practice time, with everybody as a team and the limited practice time outside, it's hard to pull the trigger on those things. And I felt like we were a little step behind up front offensive line-wise from a protection standpoint. I didn't think we would be able to push the ball that far down the field. We only had 2 guys playing up front that had ever played in a game. So we started, 3 sophomores and a junior with them. Knew it was going to take a little bit for them to get going, but thought we could wear them down a little bit. We did. We just, when you have trouble pushing the ball down the field, or you have trouble making explosive plays, 1st and 20 is not good. And all of a sudden you get going, and then you get behind the chains, and it makes things difficult. And we told ourselves going into it, hey, be patient, let your defense play and go, and probably thought knew it might be 0-0 at half, but you're still, last few years we're used to scoring quite a few points, and it's just hard to get out of that mindset. But was super proud of our kids. They just hang in, they just keep playing, and they understand what to do. And we went in at halftime and talked to them, said, hey, we're fine, just take a deep breath and we'll get it figured out, and we'll get going. Just keep playing, and we do. We're fortunate. We got great kids, that fight and work and compete, and they're coachable, and a lot of fun to coach, and so we're able to get some things straightened out and make a few plays in the second half, and defense kept playing and get out of here with a win.
You and I talked some earlier this week about the defense and the experience that was on that side of the ball, and how much that would be important, especially in the first part of the season, until the offense got their land legs.
Yeah, and we thought that. You're right. We thought that and knew it. It's still just hard to accept that because of what you're used to doing. And we got some guys over there that can make plays. You saw it. You saw it as we got going. We're able to do some things with Austin. We're able to do some things with Parker. We're able to, but we got to protect better, and that was the problem. It's easy to to get on the quarterback and say throw it here, throw it there. Well, you're not the one out there getting hit, when he's throwing the ball, and so there's some protection things that we've got to get cleaned up, and it's tough. I was on Chase a little bit early because I didn't think he was running well. Well, shoot, he's coming off basketball. I mean, those guys aren't, it's Jake, all those guys, it's like, okay, even Nate, it's so the good news is, what I would hope is that this will be the worst that we play, and if that is, then we're okay. Somebody had asked me that night, hey, Stoney did this, Stoney did that, and I said, well, it's probably the worst game he's going to play this year. Hopefully, just because those guys are going to continue to get better. So we've got some people on that side of the ball. We need more time. We need more time. We need more practice time. We need more outside time, and we need the weather to cooperate.
Well, hopefully we're going to have a lot of sunshine, nice breeze all this week, and we'll come home next Friday night, and it's going to be a beautiful night for homecoming.
Yeah, I hope you're right.
There were so many things in this ball game, and it's been so long since anybody's played a whole ball game. I mean, I know you work hard in practice, but heck, nobody had played a game for a year and a half.
We were talking about that. We don't, and we've talked about this before. We don't start anybody both ways. Yeah. Now, we got some guys that swing over and do some playing. And our guys, we had those guys that were having cramp issues. And, you go from being relatively inactive, and then they go, hey, you're playing a game in 3 weeks. And oh, okay. And it makes things difficult because of the training that was interrupted and things like that. And football is just different than any other sport, physically. And even we talk about it all the time in football. You can try and prepare all you want physically and conditioning and all that, and until you play a game, you're never in game shape. And it came upon us pretty quick here. And then again, when you're limited and you're in a gym, there's not a whole lot conditioning-wise you can do for football. So hopefully this was the worst of it. And if it's the worst of it and you still come out with a win. It doesn't matter what the score is. It doesn't matter what the situation is. All they're going to look at and see that you won, and so hopefully going forward continues to get better. And we talk about a lot. The biggest improvement in teams is generally from week 1 to week 2.
And I think we'll see a lot of gains by our bunch. We talked about the fact that Chase had 150 yards. I think he ended up with tonight, and. I like, though, that you had Trevor Donsbach, who came in when Chase got hurt, and Keegan Baker was a wild man there at the end.
We've got, and that's one of the strengths of our team, is we have some depth at running back. And we've got John Westendorf, and John, sophomore, is a heck of a player, and he didn't even get in tonight. And we're going to have to find a way to get him some touches. We're going to have to find a way to get Keegan's a little faster, so we're going to have to find a way to get him a couple more touches, whether it's on the perimeter or whatever it is. But you get in that flow and you're like, okay, you got a 1-score lead, you got just your defense is playing well, just don't do anything, don't do anything crazy, don't do anything, just go ahead and play, and punt's not a bad thing, and we cover well and punt well. So but yeah, we've got a number of running backs, and Edgar played very well. Blocking so we do have some guys. We've got some guys. We just, like I said, we need a little bit more time.
And that's one other thing that I always enjoy, seeing what's going to be in the play bag the second week that might not have been there the first week.
Hopefully some more completions and hopefully a little better protection up front, because Nate's got a big arm and Nate can throw it and we can push the ball down the field, but we got to make sure we're able to protect, and be sound with it. And I was happy as heck with the field. I didn't know what we'd get into tonight with the amount of rain and all that, because I know what ours is. Ours is just super wet and super soft, and this was pretty dry and in pretty good shape for as much rain as they got. So I was happy with that, because that would have led to probably an even sloppier game. So yeah, but happy to be back out. Happy for the kids. Like you said, it's been 16 months, and we talked about it yesterday at practice and say, hey, there might be some things we forget. Like, it's been 16 months since we've done this. When do we take the field? What time does everybody come out? You go back and you go to click on the 2020 season and there's nothing in the file folder. You got to go back to 2019. So it was different, but proud of our kids. happy for our kids and proud of the way they handle things and compete.
And I know what you said about Stoney, but I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the kid had 18 tackles tonight. That's a tremendous number.
Yeah, no, it is. You know, there's a reason. There's a reason somebody wants him to go play college football, and like I said, he's a heck of a player, and he had 1 day of practice outside with the full team. So I got a feeling he'll be a little bit better next week even.
So homecoming and all the attendant distractions, although
Greg, you know I don't know anything about it. You know, I know absolutely nothing about any homecoming activities, anything going on. I know we play Charleston at home. I have no idea what else is going on with it.
That's probably just as well. They won tonight too. So
who did they play?
They played Lincoln tonight.
Okay.
So and a comfortable win. So it ought to be quite a game next Friday night.
It should be. I thought they were at the end of the last season we played. I thought going into it they would be the dark horse. I think just because of the number of returners that they had back. So yeah, I'm sure we'll have our hands full.
And it'll be a lot of fun. I know that. Until we played, I never knew how much I missed it.
Yeah,
it's a great game.
Yeah, it is. You know what? It's amazing when you feel for the kids because you think of everything that's been taken away from them. You think of this group and everything that was taken away from them. They didn't get anything, out of the end of the spring season. Basketball team goes on their run, don't get a chance at postseason, don't get we thought we were going to be pretty good again in the fall and have a chance to get on a little bit of a run again, and you get that taken away, these kids, and so happy that they're getting to get back out, and play. But yeah, you forget, you get back on the bus, and it's just, you and I talked, and everybody I talked to, hey, how's it going? And I just keep using the same words, just weird.
Weird.
It's weird, and there's no other way to describe it. It is what it is, but it's weird. And but at the end of the day, it was still a football game, and we still found a way to win, so we'll take it.
Very good. Always a pleasure, Brett.
I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Thanks,
Thank
Greg.
you. Hearts
Thank
coach Brett Hefner. Always good to visit with the Hearts varsity coach. And Effingham posts the win, 21-7, the final score. And Dustin went through 800 stats in about a minute and a half. Nice work.
I think I got it all. I did want to, I'm not sure that I got a chance to call Benavides by name. Yeah, I did. His punt, 36 yards. I was looking over the roster. Can't say I've had a lot of time to dig into it because just like the team, nobody had a ton of time to get prepared for all this. But, Dawson Witten was a kid that I talked about a lot the last couple of years because as a Bears fan, I have watched many subpar offenses be bailed out by field position and special teams. I have a Brad Maynard jersey at home still, probably the only person ever got a punter's jersey custom made for him. But, Witten was a big part of those last couple of teams, and Benavides had a really good kick tonight. The snap looked good. It's a small sample, but it was very nice to see because those are the things that are, ball carriers and quarterbacks and the guys who get the interceptions and have 18 tackles, they get a lot of attention, and rightfully so, but sometimes it's the little things in the margins that can be the difference between a win and a loss. And I feel pretty good about it if Effingham has to punt in a tight spot and reverse field that Benavides is going to be able to give them a good kick. So that was nice to see. And, the kickoffs tonight were solid too, looked very good. I mean, you had Angel doing the kickoffs for the last couple of years. You've got,
Brother Angel.
Yeah,
this year.
you've got Angel the younger now, and Bo
Hefner,
and those are underrated things, but very important things, and they were done well tonight. So on top of all the other good stuff that happened in the second half, things I wanted to make sure to shout out before we got off the air tonight.
Good points. Thank you. Let's send it back to the sports desk. Gail, share scores with us, would you please?
All right, I certainly will. Tonight in high school football, it was Cumberland over Marora Forsyth 21-16. Charleston defeats Lincoln 54-0. Mount Zion over Mattoon 21-7. Taylorville over Pontiac 40-0. Salem with the win over Mount Vernon 21-6. Do you want the NCAA scores? There's a bunch of them.
Let's do Illinois and Utah State. I think that'll.
Well, I tell you,
suffice.
there was some real big upsets. I know that Oral Roberts ruined everybody's brackets.
Oh, yeah, they beat Ohio State today.
75-72. And Illinois over Drexel 78-49. Who else did you want?
And then Utah State and Texas Tech.
Utah State and Texas Tech.
Because that's Curran Walsh's team.
Oh, yes. Texas Tech over Utah State 65-53. And then some of the games that are underway, the start of the second half, Clemson leading Rutgers 30-29. At halftime, it's Syracuse 32, San Diego State 18. Just getting underway in the first quarter, it's Villanova 21, Winthrop 17. And then Morehead State and West Virginia just tipping off. So that's
Very good.
what
Thanks,
we've got.
Gail.
What we've got. You're welcome. Great game
Appreciate your
tonight.
help. Yeah, absolutely. Let me run down the Apollo scores real quick again. Final scores: Taylorville beat Pontiac 40-0, non-conference game. Charleston rolled over Lincoln 54-0. Trojans are in Effingham next Friday night. Mount Zion beat Mattoon 21-7. And again, the Hearts a winner over Mahomet Seymour 21-7.
Just think by the time the season's over with, we'll get to do some Major League Baseball scores too.
That has a nice
just 2 or 3 weeks away from that. I'm ready for a full season of that.
All right, these guys are going to remind me to be sure to get gas before we head home. Again, the final score here: Effingham 21, Mahomet Seymour 7. At home, it's homecoming week. Effingham hosting Charleston, 7 o'clock next Friday night. For Dustin White, for C.J. Schmidt, for the old Hall of Famer Larry Wilson, for Gail Warner, I'm Greg Sapp. Final score again one more time: Effingham 21, Mahomet Seymour 7. And good night, everybody.
Thanks for listening. This has been a production of Premier Broadcasting Incorporated.